I love this idle animation so much. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Rubber, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. We're in the midst of a fantastic mechanic that is to do with swapping POVs. And right now we're playing as Aventurine, and it's a very creative way of doing this. I talked about this last time. I'm very, very, very interested in this. So much happened last time in terms of just like, you know, dialogue and motivations and ideals and factions. Like, there's so much stuff going on right now. It almost feels like, you know, I need to have like myself here watching the video, and then like, you know, I need like someone to like take notes beside me if I miss anything, you know what I mean? And here's the thing, like I said last time, we got most of it. You know, it's not hard to follow in terms of like, you know, like all of it. But I think even like looking back on stuff, you even go like, oh, I missed that part there. Oh, that one line there. It's so cool the way they do this, and it's so chocked full of like great conversations. It really is. Hello, Hendrik.
Hey, you two. That's a place of business. No entry.
These two were invited.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect.
Oh my god.
My name is Ratio. He should have mentioned it to you.
Talking through his teeth, by the way. You know, I was requested, you know?
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Oh, look, Ratio.
Excuse me?
Oh, look, someone's praising you.
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of the Mobile Knights.
What is happening?
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
Oh, he said he doesn't exist. Okay.
That's because you can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of the Mobile Knights. Enough. Get going. Don't keep Mr. Sunday waiting.
Okay, very interesting conversation, I guess.
It seems like the idiocy index here is
Oh
better than it is out there.
Ratio. And it's so funny because Ratio, whenever he's like, these people are idiots, like he generally also like is thinking to himself, how can I make them not idiots? That's what he's thinking. He's like, God damn, they're idiots. How do I help them not be idiots? I'm not saying they are idiots, by the way. I'm just saying that I feel like that's how Ratio feels sometimes. He's like, oh God, these guys.
Dead end?
You know, how do I help them, like, you know, become smarter? Look at Ratio's arm.
The door is shut tight. Looks like we're on our own.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
It's a good question.
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these Nightingale statues.
Interesting.
The direction of the statues can be controlled.
So it's like a classic puzzle.
On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before setting the statues in the correct position.
Do you remember the correct position?
Well, maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look. Of course, we can also use brute force.
You could. You could. I have done that before. How many? But there's 6. Usually, like, brute forcing is very easy when there's 4. So how do they move by the? Oh, just like in that. Oh, okay. So maybe there's like a hint. It might be more fun to get like a hint or something like that. Like a Resident Evil style puzzle of like, you know, the soldier points towards the man. The man waves at the lady. You know, like that type of puzzle. We'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm excited to have Dr. Ratio and... Look at this place. Dr. Ratio and Aventurine together. I do think that their dynamic is so fun and could last the whole movie. Wow. Oh, it's another one. Yeah, like one of these places. Like it is. I guess it is the dreamscape. You know, it is the dreamscape. Let's get this. I pressed the wrong button. Why did I press square for that? Is there like a game I'm playing right now that also has square for the acceptance button? So if you go up here, we can walk on the wall over there and go to there, but then there's like that purple smoke in the way. If we go there, it's a similar thing. Let's try to go up here first then. Oh, it's an enemy. I guess we can try and use Ratio. We don't have Kafka with us, which is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how this team will work without Kafka, but we can definitely try. It might be a thing where maybe we could put Kafka
Don't get complacent.
on the team in some way as well. Maybe you replace Kafka. Oh my god, look at him. The dice in the hand as well. So defense. Oh, so he's like a support character. Love to watch.
To spend.
I've never been a fan of like fancy watches, but like I feel like it's very like it fits Aventurine to have like this very like shiny, glamorous watch, you know. It fits the vibe he's trying to go for and the defensive capability he wants. And when I say defensive capability, interesting by the way, he's a defensive character because I do think his personality is all about putting up like a defense in a lot of ways. And I feel the watch is part of it. You know what I mean? It definitely is.
Don't get cocky.
Yeah, we could try, maybe I think maybe replace Luca with Kafka. Maybe
Who's this one?
might be wouldn't be a terrible idea, but we'll see. We'll see how it works.
Watch your head.
Oh my god! I think I remember that attack. That's so fun. With the hat on as well.
All in.
I love follow-up attacks in Honkai. They're so
What are you waiting
fun.
for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
It's a great animation, honestly. Because they're doing all these debuffs, which is great. But obviously, like with Kafka, I feel like you'd have an even better chance of like of the debuff as well, you know, of doing a powerful debuff, or utilizing the debuffs in a powerful way, I should say.
Bloom.
Trust me.
I thought I'd get rid of the days, but it didn't work out. Should we try this now and see? Again, we've seen this before, but it's been a while. It's definitely been a while since we've used the. Oh my god, look at him!
Bust. Or maybe
A literal roulette. That's so fun. Very fun stuff.
Try this on for size.
I think we can fast forward now for sure.
Step out of it.
See, I think this is a formidable foe, and like without,
Sparks fly.
I feel like if we had Kafka here, obviously because that's the team we know, but like I'm not sure how to utilize Aventurine within this team very well. Just to be honest with you, I'm not like entirely
To portray my
sure.
Customers, I charge
I could
extra.
auto and see how the
Eternal
game does it,
sleep
but like
is not
it's
the dead return.
it's not something I'm knowledgeable on. I've never used Aventurine beyond
Receive divinity.
the beyond like this, you know, beyond
business,
this
eh?
and the trial. We're doing okay damage. I mean, that's okay, you know? But it's only when we're like breaking, so we might as well keep like hitting as much as
I'll play
possible.
along.
Don't get cocky.
And now they get their shield back. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's one of those things where like I don't know if
I'll see you
Aventurine is fully utilized here with the team that we have with Aventurine right now. And it might not be fair on poor Aventurine either. Yeah, it's fine though. Because obviously, like that's not just like me. Like, you know, I feel like anyone would be like that with a new character. It's just kind of like, okay, how do I utilize them? How will they work with this team I already have? Because this team was built for like Kafka. That's who it was built for, you know.
Bloom.
But like, we're not doing like too bad. We're still doing damage, which is good. You know what I mean?
You chose the wrong
We're still
enemy.
breaking them down at the very least, you know, which is not bad. Should we? I don't think we need to even do the defense aspect right
We're
now.
just having fun.
The dice have been bust.
Love this
Maybe
animation.
we'll
It's so
take it
fun.
off. Watch your head.
And his smile to the camera as well.
The punches decide. Yeah.
We need. Are we going with this
The
as well?
applause. Let's see some
Get some
sparks
bleed action going on at
fly.
least.
I hit the mark.
Now it's just, I feel like it is a matter of just like trying to tear into this creature as much as
Small
possible.
I'll see you off.
Whilst like I do love the idea of like you know, setting up for the next turns and stuff I think it's like one of those things where it's like I didn't think Sambo would be our main damage dealer right now, but I think that's just because like, you know, it's different abilities for different characters, I suppose.
Eternal sleep is not.
Yeah, it's probably the best idea, right? Yeah, I might switch out Luca for Kafka. I know then we're not gonna have to bleed, but like, you know, I feel like
To betray my
it'll be
customers,
okay. I feel like it'll be
charge
okay.
extra.
Yeah, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. I know it was a formidable foe, so it's gonna be like tougher. But yeah, just so I'm more comfortable as well, like utilizing Aventurine at the same time too. So we can go to team lineup maybe, and switch that for switch Luca for Kafka. Pretty for pretty, you know what I mean? That's what we're doing here. You know, we have our priorities straight, honestly. Yeah, I think it's good. I think Kafka would find Aventurine very funny. I think she would like Aventurine in a way. Watch later on, she actually absolutely hates him. So what's... Okay, I know your weakness. 1 second here. Oh, that's a really interesting hidden enemy, isn't it? Very interesting. But now we get both of the battles anyway. Oh, wow. Guardian Shadow.
Don't get complacent.
Stand still.
Like then we can use that also like his defensive capabilities as well. Then I actually do like the like defense characters. It's actually really cool. It's the same with like March. I always loved that idea of like putting defense on a character. It makes you feel a little bit more secure, right? For sure. Look at his smile. It's a mixture of like what is he thinking and charming. You know what I mean? It's like what is this guy thinking? Oh, he's cute. You know what I mean? It's a mixture. It's a mixture of all those things. That's how I get dressed in the morning, by the way, the way they do that. The little machine things. The way he just transformed into that. That's how I get dressed in the morning.
Relax.
Sure, I'll
There's not even like a follow-up, you know what I mean?
Time to say bye.
Yeah, I think putting Kafka on the team, and it's no offense to like Luca whatsoever, but like Luca in that team was the setup for Kafka to do more damage. So like not having like a person, yes, he's great on his own, but having a character there who's supposed to be the setup for a character without the character doesn't make sense right now on the team. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense right now on the team.
I hit the mark.
And genuinely, like, I actually feel like Sampo is doing like a lot of like really good damage off the bat, if that makes sense. Because I think Luca over time does better damage probably in a few ways. If that makes sense. Maybe not better damage, but I feel like he, over time, he's a character that it's like after like a few turns, he's doing like fantastic damage. He's like setting up that. Again, he's like a setup character sometimes to do more damage. But like Sampo, I feel like off the bat, right away does more damage. You know what I mean? I'll take this as well if that's okay with you.
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Wait, how do we get to that one though? I love the dropping of the dice, by the way, the die on top of them. It's really, really fun. Yeah, there's a Maristruck?
Nothing major. Eternal sleep is nothing.
I guess it is the dreamscape. Like I keep forgetting that. It's like yeah, it's a Maristruck, but it's a dreamscape. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay. I guess it makes sense in a way.
Boom.
Yeah. Kafka's my Kafka is built well. I don't often say my characters are built well, but Kafka definitely is that. So we need another bubble charge. So how do we get another bubble charge? Do I just take it away from this one over here? Or do I go back and just get more of a bubble charge and maybe reset it? Yeah, resets. Okay. So this is the right way to go. Man, like, I freaking have been adoring this game so much. Penacony's been fantastic. I think it's, like, lived up to, like, a lot of the stuff. Because a lot of people said that, like, you know, it's like, if you love... like, even one of the most basic things is, like, if you love... I'm taking a screenshot of that. It seems like that's the puzzle solution. People are like, even in the most basic thing, if you love, like, character dialogue, you're going to love Penacony. And, like, they were right. It's so good.
6 nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint.
Oh, so they have to, like, all face in a different direction?
But are these nightingales?
Are these nightingales?
They are. What's wrong?
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
Oh my god.
There are no eagles in the 5 families, only nightingales. Why am I
Oh my
wasting time
god.
with you on this?
You can't tell me that the vibe of this isn't just like these two, like you can tell that they have totally have an admiration for each other in some ways and very big aspects of themselves, right? But this is totally is the vibe of like again, like there's a why do I put up with you? That type of vibe, you know? But in a very charming and fun way, honestly. The two return to the path they came from. I know, it's so sweet. I love their dynamic so much. Also, it just shows us here. Okay, that's fine. So, this one is this way. These two should be facing... Is it that? Or is it this? Should be facing this way? Right? And then... That should be facing... That's right. And the only one that's not right is this one here. And we can turn it clockwise all the way around here. Yeah, it's just the bickering between the two of them is very fun for me as well. Like, I love that type of relationship as well. Not for me personally, but like, you know, watching it is very fun. That's right? Oh no, this one over here. Sorry, I misinterpreted this altogether. Needs to turn twice more. There we go.
Just as I thought. Here's the correct answer.
There we go.
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
Really? Well, I thought you'd given up on
Oh.
I was being sarcastic. Can't you tell?
Oh my god, I love their dynamic so much. I love it. They're almost unintentionally all the time pushing each other's buttons away, but definitely Aventurine's like pushing Dr. Rachel's buttons, but like the whole thing of like, oh, I thought you gave up on that, you know? It's such a perfect answer to like someone being like kind of a little bit like sarcastic with you, you know what I mean? Oh, really? But didn't you want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, is that you? Yeah, I'm a big fan. Like, and again, it's like Aventurine does have the personality of someone who brings up like small things that like don't matter. You know what I mean? Like the type of thing where it's like, do these really look like that? I thought they were like eagles or something. And then like Dr. Rachel's like, why am I... Stop, please, you know? I don't know. I love it. I love it a lot. What was there more? Oh, look at that.
Impressive. So much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous image.
Interesting way to put that, right?
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony. Stop wasting your time nitpicking the family here.
I understand, yeah, like what Dr. Rachel was saying is that like this doesn't even change what Penacony is and what Penacony looks like, but I do think it's very fun that Aventurine's pointing out that fact where it's like, oh, this kind of like very like relatable and you know, as he said, you know, I think he used the word virtuous, was it that he used here as well? Yeah, virtuous. It's like, but it's like, oh, like, but his area is like very grand and huge and over the top in a way as well, you know? I think it's an important thing to point out in a way.
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday must have thought the same. Let's head
So he's
down.
saying that Sunday like probably thinks that too, which you probably would, right? I think what they're like definitely saying with that there is like, you know, the idea of death it has been the same in Penacony. It's like it lifts the veil, right? It makes Penacony look worse than people thought it was. It changes Penacony from like a paradise into something that feels unsafe, and that's what I believe that Aventurine definitely wants. And it's not that I want to say the word "wants" is not the right way to put it, because Aventurine doesn't want people to die. He's denounced this killer already. He has. At least not, like, again, we don't know like what anyone's feelings truly will be by the end. But he has, you know, to Dr. Ratio denounced the killer and called him a psycho, basically. So it's not what he wants. It's that now it's the effects of what's gonna happen is what he wants. The actual killing is not what he wants. Does that make sense? Where it's like he wants the the idea that people now stop believing in Penacony, but he doesn't want it to, he wouldn't want it to happen this way, but it is happening this way. So it's like, okay, if it is happening, we might as well utilize this now. I'm not saying that's any more like moral or anything, but I think there is a difference and it should be always like talked about. Like, even if like people still did think it's like, oh, that's a bit like weird using like the death of like Robin and all this stuff to like do this stuff. That's not the point I'm getting at. I'm getting at like, even though like it's, you would disagree with someone's point, I always want to make sure I know everybody's point. You know what I mean? And for him, it's like, yes, I don't want people to die, but like now this is legitimately something that if we unveil, will change Penacony forever. Do you know about the Bakuchoga that controls the dreamscape from the shadows? What of this dream's edge hidden below the dreamscape? Do you know about the top secret family sacrificial rituals? Sacrificial rituals? They have fooled you, dear guest. Come here and hear the truths. I shall show you how the truly filthy dark underbelly of Penacony is. Ritual sacrifices is crazy. That's nice. This is not like these puzzles in this game are some of my favorite things in the entire game. Honestly, I think they're fantastic. And it's one of those things. Sometimes I just did the puzzle unintentionally, just trying out some stuff. And sometimes you do it really well, you know. Think about it. These stories are insane, right? How could I believe such things? I'm sure they're all just conspiracy theories. You're some B-grade tabloid. They must be fake, right? See, that's the thing. I wonder if, like, for a while, as it pertains to Penacony, was there a thing like I bet more people have tried to take down the family than we even know, you know? And for a tabloid to like be able to report on like something that's very it's the juiciest thing that a tabloid could ever want, right? It is. And it's a horrible way to look at it, but it's like this prim and proper family. Oh my god, they're so sweet, everyone loves them. You find a bit of information on them that like makes them look less than that. Oh my lord, all of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh, this is the biggest news story in the world. There's the hearts over here, right? There's the clubs, I guess. Oh no, it's like different things. Verdant manager. You hear a faint look. Oh, this is the Penacony city, right? That's really cool. Does it have the same exact locations? We'll check that out in a second. You hear a faint sound emanating from somewhere resembling a chirping or of a bird or a figment of your subconsciousness. You glance downwards as you expect nothing's there. After all, reed birds don't exist in within the dreamscape. Fair enough. I think this is one-to-one. I think so, right? Where did we drop in? Sorry, Mr. Bird, I'm annoying you now. Did we... I can't rightly tell if it's one-to-one. Yeah, I can't. I know there's like similar signs and stuff like that, but I can't tell if it's really like one-to-one. Let's go up here for a second. I saw there was like a puzzle up here as well that I love doing. They've made every like puzzle like a joy to interact with. I'm consistently just like, I cannot wait to interact with more of these puzzles. You know what I mean? And that's a very good thing to me. Okay, is it here? Is this it? That's not definitely not it, because the top would have to be gone, wouldn't it? This here? Very cool. Here? 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 Usually, this is a big one. There it is. Okay. Some green here, so that might be here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, they kind of give you every avenue to succeed.
A 10 to 1 payout. Music to my ears.
Music to our ears. Yeah, they give you every. I feel like they do give you every avenue to succeed in this game. They do.
Feeling lucky.
Let's wait and see.
Does that hurt?
Love Kafka. Love her so much.
Repay.
We'll just go right in with the Kafka's move to start off this battle. You can do all your transformations.
No
Kafka's
time to
coming
say
in.
bye. Boom. human body is beautiful in its fragility.
Yeah, and Aventurine's just such an interesting character to follow as well. I'm like, I think it's this POV stuff has like offered something that is like so fantastic as well. Because I felt like when we played as Don Hong, I loved this idea too, which is like the idea of like getting a different perspective on a story, changing our own perspective a little bit, and like seeing what someone else went through and seeing what else is doing. This is gonna make us so like close to, personally close to
No surprise.
Aventurine's character now, because we actually have a more of a knowledge of how he feels, what he has gone through a little bit as well here in this journey here, where he was at this moment. Whoa, my God, this place is gigantic, isn't it? Like, I think it's a really good thing. I think it's a really good thing. A change in perspectives is never a bad thing. He's definitely like gives off the energy of like the second main character. We don't have to fight everything, I don't think. The second main character of like Penacony, you know, along with Stell. Really feels that way. So there's a ramp up there, and there's a ramp here too. Let's go get this one. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Does that hurt?
There we go. Yeah, we won't fight every single, because I feel like if you fight every enemy, you would be here for like ever.
Let's settle
And one of the
this.
good things about this game is that they like allow you to go back and
Good
like
times. Time to
fight
say
these enemies
bye.
if needs be. And I think that's a really good thing. Like if later on I feel the need to go back and fight all these guys, I can. It's fantastic.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
Stand still.
Oh my God, the follow-up attack again. So good. Yeah, this team is pretty good. Like obviously, like it's the Kafka team without Luca, but with Aventurine as well.
The human body is
Do we go up? Yeah, we can go up here to get this. But there's a way to get up here as well. No, that's where we came from. Yeah. Okay, let's try to go up here. And oh, this is the. Okay, I get it. Find all the jigsaw pieces. There's one scattered over there, but I don't know how to get it if I'm being honest. No, I do. You have to click over this. Oh, there's a boy trapped in here. And here, there's one plucked here. Oh my God, he's doing a little fun little game. There's really nothing feel like standing atop of a high peak, Tweet. Do you wish to surmount the highest peak of the Dandu Hut, too? I think I hear something. Being the generous little boy I am, I shall cede this fine seed to you. No need to thank me, Tweet. Farewell, goodbye. I'm off to my next summit, Tweet. You do you, buddy. You do you. Let's press this on again. So that's the jigsaw piece. Oh, okay. So there's only one scattered jigsaw piece. We'll take it. Like, this is such an important thing to have here, by the way, Robin's picture, because I think it's a reminder as well as like what we're like of like, again, the Veil of Penacony, right? She represents the Veil of Penacony like more than anything. I think it's so crazy that like right now she is dead, right? And isn't it crazy that like even in death she is like probably, I would say, like one of the most, if not the most important character in Penacony in terms of like what they mean for Penacony, if that makes sense. Her death not only represents that like how dangerous this place has gotten, and it's the same with Firefly too, but I feel like with Robin it's like, wow, the biggest celebrity in Penacony could just die like that? That would change everything. It would change absolutely everything. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but like with Firefly, like that would scare people too, but I feel like, you know, because Robin's more well known, I think it would scare people even more, you know? Am I right in saying that? Probably. Do we have any, like... By the way, we probably have like, a lot of, like... We do. Like, this game gives away so many, like, jades. I might just wish a bit on this just to see if we get anything just for fun. I don't mind as well because it's, like, one of those situations where, like... Even if we don't get anything... Oh! Mose? Who's Mose? What is happening with it? I'm not even going to ask what's happening around him. So we got Mose? I don't even know who Mose is. Mose? You know, everyone's favorite character, Mose? Watch this, he actually is everyone's favorite character. Like, I don't even, like... I'd be honest with you, I've never even heard of Mose. Can we check him out for a second in the menu? Let's see. Have I heard of Mose? Look at this like dark veil and the bandage on the arm too. So like indicates he's probably been through a lot as well. The dagger on the side. And the purple feathers here as well. Love the dark cowl. Love it. He is like a very cool character design. Honestly. So he's part of the hunt. Was not expecting this at all. Just to get like a new 4-star I'd ever heard of. Yeah, the cowl is like very interesting to me. Oh, look at that! It's a cowl, but then like it's sleeveless top. We love that. We love it. We love it. Okay, cool. New character. Oh my god, I thought we can't just destroy you with the yank him out. How'd you find me? I went and hid so well. I think I hear something. Tweet, tweet. So I was a feather away from being perfectly hidden, tweet. Next time I remember to hide somewhere even sneakier. Don't forget to come and find me again, tweet. So they want us to find them again. Yeah, this game does give out like a lot of jades in a very, very nice way too.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong? Are we heading the wrong way?
No, but this door is locked.
It's kind of crazy that there's so many different puzzles we have to do to get to see the character that told us to meet up with them, like, right? It's crazy.
My friend? Did you really make an appointment?
My question would be that too.
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with
Whoa, that's a bit... Not like, I don't know, that's a bit like crazy, isn't it? That's a bit crazy. To go on trial, you have to do a trial.
If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open the store in the hall or this place will be our prison.
That's insane. That's insane. Penacony is insane. The family might be a bit unhinged.
Oh, an escape room. My favorite.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, you're just gonna be trapped here for everybody if you fail to get out of this escape room. That's an insane consequence.
Serious. I've no time for games. Let's head back. The hint is probably in that prominent sandpit.
This is, again, sums up the relationship. One has time for games, one does not. That's...
Wow.
Oh, and here?
That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings.
Well, you keep giving us money, so save up your money and buy something like this, you know? He keeps giving Stell money every 2 seconds.
Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model. I believe you're right.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it intentionally.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what was here last time. Right, Doctor?
Right, Doctor? Even the way his cadence like is when he talks to him.
Of course.
And Rachel's like, yeah, sure. That's what's so, okay. Again, I keep talking about that dynamic, right? It's so subtle sometimes as well, but it's like, you know, like, Dr. Rachel will say something sarcastic to Aventurine, and Aventurine will just like answer almost in earnest. And then like Aventurine will say something sarcastic to Rachel, and he'll answer almost in earnest as well. Like, I love it. It's like sometimes they don't even know they're being sarcastic to each other, and sometimes they just love like answering back very seriously because it counters the sarcasm sometimes.
Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Oh, so we have to go up here anyway.
Fine. Why do I feel that we're pursuing a degree in burglary now?
I feel like this would be the... Oh, wait. We're going here? Ah. I feel like this would be the episode in the TV show that, you know, is the highest rated TV episode of the year. Just, you know, it's like, oh, it's just 2 characters wandering around together solving puzzles, you know?
Found it. This is it.
How do we get to that, then? I guess we can, like... Oh, yes, and okay, and it resets, so we can actually just do this then, right? Perfect. That Robin picture is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful picture. What's up? It'd be fun if, like, as well, if we got, if we had Dr. Ratio with us for this, time too, right? But I guess that's, like, just not what they're going for this. Again, like I said, it is one of those situations where, the main character of this situation is very much, I think, oh. Do we have to do this? Is very much a, oh, you know one of these over here. The main character of the situation is very much Aventurine. You know, very much. I guess we could try this out, right? It's morphin' time. I love this character so much. It's so fun moving around as him. Again, like I always say this, like thing, because like again, it was such a big part of my childhood. You know, playing like platforms and stuff like that. I was like, no, I didn't play platforms a lot, but I played like random platformers, right? The way I always say, because I like it's like one of those things where I didn't grow up in Mario or anything like that. I played Spyro and Crash, but then every once in a while, like you would find like a bargain bin like game that would like blow your mind, and sometimes they would be like this. It'd be like Agent, you know, Tommy Bones, you know, and it's like, oh wow, this is like something I never heard of before. Boss Stone's minions will experience true calamity when Hanu gets his Hanu launcher. After taking aim at an enemy, hitting the fire button will unleash Hanu's rocket and consume animation. Animation. Enemies will drop ammo after being defeated. If one round of ammo hits multiple enemies, more ammo will drop at once. Okay, so we can actually fight back. If other Hanu has no more ammo left, you can return to Hanu launcher position to unlock the Hanu rocket again and replenish one ammo. So you have to be careful with this. I thought this was gonna be like a rocket we could use. We're actually using a freaking like bazooka. Oh, with the clicking as well. It's so fun. Excuse me. Did someone order the boombox? The boombox? What are you talking about? If you use Hanu's rocket to ignite fireworks, it will trigger explosion to defeat enemies and is capable of destroying walls. Ah, so let's go back and get more ammunition. Oh, there's ammunition here, I think, right? I'll take that. No, that is... Ah! That reach is crazy? Am I right in saying that reach is a bit nuts? Oh my god, right in the back. That to me, that reach is nuts. How do we get this without getting hit by these guys? I love how they like had Hanu be like this like very like fun like a creative platformer section, and they're like, hey, let's give him a freaking RPG. Let's give him a big beastly RPG. And why not? What's wrong with Hanu that he doesn't deserve an RPG? Cool. Wow, we got jades from that as well. Do we have to break these chandeliers as well? Or can we like, yes, maybe move back from here now. Do we get to go back with the bazooka? We do. Bazooka City. Do we break this open? Nope. I just wasted ammo. Interesting. So where do we have to... We have to somehow make it up there somehow. Not sure how, but unless we break apart the fireworks over here, but that doesn't make much sense. Why would we need to do that too much, you know? Ah, the wall. Of course. Yeah. I just didn't see the wall breaking down the first time when we defeated the enemy, I guess. Let's get some ammo before we go any further. Again, I don't know if it's... If we even need to be Hana right now, or this is just fun to get some items and stuff like that too, you know what I mean? Because the actual mission is look for the still look for the sandpit clue, you know what I mean? So it's not like the mission has changed. But there is like a thing over here. Oh, that's literally the other side. I was like, okay, that's literally the other side. Yeah, I think we've done what we have to do. We got some treasure. We're fine, you know. And we can transfer back into who we were before. I think that's it. I think that's what we have to do. We should be moving around as Aventurine, right? We won't get the chance to do it very often after this. So I'm like, you know, I'm a bit conscious about being like, let's definitely move around as Aventurine. So now that we had that, I guess we have to move back onto here to try and get to another space again. Because we can't just jump over here. We have to go back up here. Fair enough. Okay, guys. I get it. I get it. You want to fight. Fair enough.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Lovely shot. Kafka's amazing. She really is amazing. And in fairness, she is like my most well-built character. You know what I mean? It's like, it's one of those things where like it's I feel like, you know, I got, you know, a good light cone on her. I feel like she's doing really well with all her stats. So like it's one of those situations where like, and also she's like a powerful character, right? Like there's no mistake in that. Like it's not like she's not. She's a really, really fantastic character.
Stand still.
I feel like that's always like it happens in Genshin as well, where like I'll be like, because like obviously like I don't really follow the meta, but like I think that's it's kind of like also very like, you know, I don't want to say that and then like have like a character like Kafka who probably is like a pretty powerful character. I don't know about what the standards are of powerful characters. But it's the same in Genshin all the time. It's like you know, I think a million one times I've said before, like, oh, I don't really follow the meta, and someone's like, but your team has like Fischl, Xingqiu, a C6 Fischl, a C6 Benny, a C6 Xingqiu, and a C5, C5 Benny, C6 Xingqiu, and a C6 Fischl. And your main character in your team is Navia. It's like you have a pretty good team, and it's like, yeah, I do. So now I always say like I don't follow the meta, but like I definitely have meta characters probably sometimes. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations. It's like, yeah, I do have meta characters, but it's usually I pick a character on the team because either I like them, or maybe in Sampo's case it's one of those situations where I always like Sampo, but it's one of those situations that maybe it's like we grow to even like him more in this situation, you know?
Boom.
I've always been like someone who's like, you know, made fun of Sampo sometimes, but I feel like everyone who watches the series would be able to say like, I'm also like probably Sampo's like one of Sampo's biggest defenders. Is it here? Did we already? No, we already came from here, right? That's where we started. That's where we started. Oh, here? I messed it up. So we actually have to go. I didn't even notice this thing here. That's my bad, guys. Sorry about that. But look, don't take it as a wasted thing ever. Take it as we got some more items, we got to fight some more enemies. Take it as that.
Fortune follows luck, just like it always does.
He's talking about fortune and luck as well, right? That's the missing piece.
Oh, and the nameplate reads Gulliver's Arch. Well, I'm amazed you can remember something this tiny. You know, this reminds me of a tunnel I once saw that could shrink people who passed through it.
Okay, interesting.
If I were you, I would shut my mouth. It's wise to remain silent.
Everything is again, I talk about this all the time. That is literally their relationship. That is literally their relationship. You know? This is an interesting thing because of this. Please be quiet. I adore every interaction they have. I really do. I think they're so funny together. They give the vibe of like buddies who like are forced to be together who love each other at the end of the movie. You know what I mean?
Oh, this reminds me of one of those building toys. You know, with the blocks. I've never played with them before. I wonder if it's more interesting than stacking chips.
Interesting that he relates it to something like that. You know, he obviously didn't have an easy childhood because he grew up on a location that was very coarse and hard and difficult. Even though he was a child that was blessed, you know what I mean? But it's interesting that that he says this and then like he compares it to something that he does that's very like adult in his life, which is the idea of stacking chips, right? Not that building blocks is a non-adult thing, by the way. Like, I think it's like,
Look, the gap is closed. And it fits perfectly. So, what's...
Love his voice acting. Like, I recently just watched, like, a video of, like, one of my favorite artists, like, building Lego. It's fun. It's really fun, you know? So, wait, are we actually going in here or something? We are. We're going into the actual city side. Oh, that's actually very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, my God! Look at this. Look at this image. Look at this image. Dr. Rishi, like, not even flinching.
Oh, good heavens. Did I drink? Am I still...
Very rare to hear Aventurine shaky with his voice, right?
Indeed.
Just an indeed.
Oh, Doctor, you're huge. It's me! Down here!
Oh,
In the sand
he
pit.
knows it's you.
Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me this collar, and I'll infiltrate the family just like that.
I love them so much.
Fine. I was just
You were
kidding.
half kidding. Let's be honest.
Let's find a way to open the door.
You okay, bro? This is such a creative way of doing this. Can we still see Dr. Rachel here, or is it just it was just for that cutscene? This is a oh my god, why is that kind of scary? Why is that kind of scary? I can barely handle a beautiful man when he's like 5'10". Like, I can barely handle a beautiful man when he's 6'2". Now you're telling me this beautiful man is this size? I think it's like one of those things. Like one of my favorite game of all time. My favorite game of all time is Shadow of the Colossus. It is my favorite game of all time, right? But also I think that it's one of those things where like giant creatures can be absolutely terrifying. Like Dr. Rachel is beautiful, right? But there's something like so like unnerving about like a gigantic, you know, character amongst like a, you know, a small. Does that make sense? Maybe, I don't know. Dr. Ratio, oh my god, are you T-Pone? No. There's some glitched out, like intentionally glitched out people here. Like, look at that over there as well. Oh, this is the area we met fake Sparkle. Honestly, if there's characters that had to be giant, there's worse characters that could be giant. They made sure the arm is 100% visible, by the way. They said, don't worry, we got you, we got you. We got you. Oh, this is the way to unlock the door? Okay, very, very cool. This is really, really interesting. And again, like, it's one of those things where, like, I really do, like, appreciate the fact that, like, I don't appreciate, like, being like, oh, like, yeah, be scared, Aventurine. I hope you're scared. Not like that. But I mean, like, it's also interesting to have Aventurine, a character who, like, even in, like, you know, there's moments where we saw he wanted to break. Several times over, we have seen this thing where Aventurine has wanted to break, right? There's the time when he was, like, when Sparkle was, like, tearing him down a bit. We saw his eyes shift. We saw his eyes like go from like this very confident look to like a almost like a, oh, that kind of hurt a little bit, you know what I mean? And then he shifted back into his usual mode. So to have him kind of like, you know, it says two things to me, by the way. It says two things to me, by the way. Him being scared here, like for a second, oh my god, like I shrunk down, you know? It shows that yes, he is like it's proof that yes, 100% that like he's not like just like this constantly like brave character. It proves what Dr. Ratio says about him, that he is like a clamorous character who like does put up a good front, which honestly makes him such an interesting character as well to be in Penacony, because like again, in a world that is all about putting up like a front. Oh, look at the big boy. That's pretty cute. In a world that's all about putting up a big front and a gigantic like veil over yourself, you know what I mean? Over Penacony, he is like a character who does put up a veil over himself as well, you know? He's like a perfect character to be in Penacony, a perfect main character for the story. But it also as well shows me that he's not afraid to show his true self sometimes in front of Dr. Ratio, right? Because I believe 100% if he was traveling around with Sparkle or Stell or Black Swan, for example, I think that his reaction would have been like, oh my god, I'm small. He wouldn't have like said, or like, hey, I'm down here in the sandpit. I think he probably would have like, for a second, been like, oh, and then shifted to like, well, looks like we have a problem here, or something. You know, like I feel like he would have shifted that thing to make it, you know, to make sure he still has that like front that he puts up as well. Which again, there's nothing wrong with like putting up. Look at all these characters here, like glitched out. There's nothing wrong with like. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing he's putting up front. By the way, it makes his character very interesting. That he also always wants to be perceived in a certain way. You know what I mean? It instantly makes you want to learn more about his character. And I think that I could be reading too much into it. But I do think that like he is more comfortable showing like his not only is like not a mischievous side, because he's mischievous to everyone, but he's like very comedic when he's with Dr. Ratio. He's very like he's incredibly charming, and I feel like it's one of those things where like Dr. Ratio is the closest thing he has to like a friend, it feels like, you know, to me anyway. That's what it feels like.
Hello, welcome to the Golden Hour.
The base model.
I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of service.
Are you're legitimately glitching out, right? Tell me about the guided tour.
And tell me about the tour.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour.
Oh my, yeah, so they are glitching out. They definitely are glitching out. Give it a kick.
Model. Happy to be of service.
I feel like he would give it a kick, you know what I mean?
Generating guide. Please wait patient.
I don't know, this is very, I don't know, crazy thing, honestly. And to be honest, Aventurine's better than me because like this type of stuff like would like weird me out so much. Like all the glitched out people and stuff like that. You seriously are the worst soldier. Tell you about the tour. Kick it again.
Found the nearest check-in spot. Please look behind me. A capsule machine model.
After screaming the soldier collapses, he didn't even have time to earn a 5-star rating from you.
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to it, Doc. You've gotta be my witness.
I saw.
Yes! And like it would have been very funny if he was like, yeah, I'm your alibi, but I think it's also very, very funny that like like Dr. Ratio was like, you're on your own, buddy. You're on your own. Like I love the idea that he's like I didn't do anything. Like when this thing falls, even though we did kick it twice. That's his first thought, is like they're trying to frame me here as well. Very funny.
Oh, capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Could there be one at the top?
No way.
Doctor!
The
do me a
twisting handle?
favor.
Oh my god! This is one of the most interesting quests, just like even like the set pieces of this quest are so interesting.
So, I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one
Right,
lives in
yeah.
them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison, right where he can see it first thing in the morning.
Interesting perspective,
Insecure much?
right? And the reason why that's interesting perspective is because, you know, I don't want to judge Sunday because we do. Like, I feel like as a character, Sunday, and just get this chest over here. Sunday is a character who, like, I don't know as well as other characters yet, right? I've been able to get a perception of the character, you know, their love for their sister and all this stuff. I get be able to get that and all that stuff. But it seems like with Aventurine's perspective of Sunday, let's talk about that way, is that like he sees him as someone who like needs this idea of like, I am over Penacony. And something I noticed as I was looking through this cutscene, like what would give credence to someone's opinion on this, like is almost like this heavenly godlike glow that shines upon the city like this. Look at this. It almost, oh my god, oh my god. You know what? No longer scary, kind of. It's because he's so pretty, it's just working now, you know? What are you thinking about up there? Huh? Hey, big boy, what you thinking about up there? What are you thinking about? You know what I mean? Yeah, this light shining down, I feel like is not, it can't be unintentional that it's so bright shining down on the city, this miniature version of the city in this gigantic window. And again, it's one of those things where like, that's Aventurine's perspective of the family and of Penacony, is that there is like this veil. As we said, we do think there's a veil too, but for him, obviously, it's this thing where like, an arrogance, I guess, a self-confidence that borders on the idea of making, you know, of feeling like they are like more important even maybe than the rest of Penacony. And the way you could give credence to that opinion is not only just like the symbolism of the light shining down on Penacony, but I feel like it's also like, well, we do know for a fact that they believe that no one in Penacony should know about Robin's death and Firefly's death. Right? That is true. They believe that the people of Penacony do not need to know about this stuff. And while I'm not saying I agree with Aventurine, because I don't know, you can see maybe why Aventurine would like have like this like very lowly opinion of someone, like especially as Aventurine, like, you know, as someone who came from a background that where people were treated very poorly. He had a very, you know, he had his own culture, nomadic lifestyles and stuff, because, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's more of a case of like, clearly there's a lot of like prejudice as well from against his people at the same time too. So there's obviously is like, you know, looking at this like kind of like golden place and this you know, it's one of those things where like, if you come from a place that like you have to like fight to survive and to work and to all this stuff, that you look at a place like this that has this like beautiful gold to it. There's a veil over everything. Everyone is doing escapism constantly. Maybe you would be kind of like, F this place, or in a way, maybe you might be like, this is arrogant. This is arrogance personified in a lot of ways. There could be a lot of that too, you know? I adore Aventurine as a character. I really do. Let's get this here now. Collecting our jigsaw piece. Can I describe how I feel when I play Honkai Star Rail to you guys as I'm playing this as well? And I want you guys to understand this. Look at all these glitched out characters. It's so interesting to me. I want to describe this in oh my god, they're even it's a really cool way they're doing this, by the way. It shows it is like a prototype as well. What are you guys getting for Christmas, by the way, this year? I always wanted a big, gigantic, beautiful man. Oh, well. Oh, my prayers have been answered. Like, it's the equivalent of, I don't know if you guys have ever, like, eaten your, or you know what the equivalent is? When I'm playing Honkai Star Rail, I feel both at the same time when you go to like your favorite food place, like your favorite food truck, and you smell them making the food, and then you get the food in your hands and you get a feeling of, you know, like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to eat this. I love this food so much. And then after that you get to eat it. That's what it feels like. It feels like I get to like, it feels like all those feelings roll into one. The feeling of like, oh my god, the magic of like, the sights, the sounds, this beautiful thing, and then at the same time too, it's like then I get to like see all the beautiful stories. It's like not just like these beautiful locations, it's like everything, and then like the story as well that you get to, again, you know, I'm using this as an analogy that you get, like, it's a bad analogy, but like, you know what I mean, that feeling, yeah, where you're like, this is awesome, this is so awesome, I feel so freaking good. Penacony's escapism, Honkai Star Rail for me, like, it makes you forget about every issue in my life ever, like, you know, it's freaking incredible, it's so great. It's such a fantastic thing. It really is. And it's like it's right up my alley with the games that I would play since I was a kid, right? And obviously not like, you know, there's no game really like, I feel like, you know, that's one of the things as well, like, I always disagree with the idea of like when, you know, because like JRPGs, for example, right?
Stand still.
When people say a lot of JRPGs are just the same, I always disagree with that fact, because if you play enough JRPGs, and anyone who has played enough JRPGs or turn-based RPGs knows that, like, yes, on the surface people go, that's just another turn-based RPG, but every turn-based RPG has its own intricacies and differences, and I feel like that's what it is. But the reason why I say it's up my alley as well is that, like, it has the basis of what I love about turn-based RPGs that I played since I was a kid. Beautiful party members, great locations, amazing music, beautiful, like, iconic story beats.
Time to say bye.
It has all those things that, like, you'll remember forever, like the length, the time that you get to spend in a certain place, the lore. It has all those things that, like, I absolutely adore about the RPGs I grew up playing. You know, my first ever RPG I ever played, technically, was Pokemon Silver, but, like, if you're talking about, like, you know, after that was definitely Final Fantasy X. I'm such an unfortunate clock. My melancholy drains my strength. Just turning my hands takes all my energy. Some dream tickers die as soon as they are made and don't even get buried until they're scrapped. Unlike Clock, you can emote via his facial features. Dream tickers have smiles fixed on their face. We don't even have the right to be sad. Sorry, I need to listen to if I can stop one hair from breaking to comfort my battered and bruised little clockwork core. It's a great song. Let's move this to here, maybe? And then move this again, actually. Wait. If I move this here and then mirror this, like... No, because then that's not high enough. And then if I move this to here... Yeah, there it is. Penacony puzzles have been, beyond any shadow of a doubt, just like a joy. They've been such a magical joy. TikTok, I listen to my song and I feel much better. My little life may still have hope yet. But I'm going to play some Dreamy Lost before I get working hard. Tomorrow isn't too late to make a difference. I mentioned previously that I was feeling under the weather for a bit, actually. It lasted quite a bit, and I think, and you know what happened? It was just one of those things. I don't know if I'm saying it because like I'm pretty much past it, but there was a feeling of when one kind of ailment stopped, and they weren't like, they might have been related. I don't know, but like it was like one of those things where, like, you know, when you catch something and then you get like I think I got like you know, one thing after the other, so it lasted for a bit. But now, like, I will say, like, I understand what he's saying about like listening to music to make yourself feel better, because like I would like listen to a lot of like Artemis and you know, stuff like that to really just like make myself like you know, it gives you a pick-me-up, right? Your favorite songs. And Virtual Angel is like my favorite. Oh, I got damaged. That's my own fault. I thought I could avoid it. And Virtual Angel, like, for example, is like my favorite song. Is my favorite song with the past, like,
What are you waiting for? To portray my customers,
I would say I would say
extra.
since like
Stand still.
2011 maybe. And here's the thing, I don't like saying it like, I hope that makes sense. I don't like, it's not that like I'm like, oh, you guys don't need to know this, whatever, that I was feeling sick.
More business, eh?
But I don't like to say it often. I even said last time that it's a broken rule, but sometimes you have to let people know like you're feeling a bit ill, especially if like the video will be short or something like that. But also at the same time, like I have no problem saying it after everything's like kind of like done, because then it's like, you know, oh, we had to come here for a jigsaw piece, and me just getting the chest.
Upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there, but it's tough.
We have to become a pinball, you know? Man, times are tough lately. If only I had a gigantic, beautiful man in my life. Oh my God, the heavens have answered. God is real. Thank you so much. Let's go get this here.
Oh, great. There's another pinball machine base here. And it's empty too.
I can listen to his voice for hours. It's like ASMR.
Doc! I'll need your brain power.
I love how you asked him for help.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. The pinball machine must be hidden somewhere in the hall, like the arch. Wait here, and I'll be
This was another
back
missing piece as well.
in a minute.
Wait. Ah!
Finally, a moment of peace.
I was gonna say it's National Play as Gorgeous Character Day, but that's just Honkai Star. Just like that just like goes without saying, you know. We got to play as Don Hong before, you know. We played as like, you know, as somebody like March before. We played as pretty characters before, you know what I mean? The designs in Honkai are really great for the most part, I think. I feel like there's like only like oh, I didn't even see them on that side. I feel like there's like only like and it's the same with like anything with with like say Genshin as well at the same time too.
Eternal sleep.
That's
is
interesting
not
that
the
they put
end.
Luca back on the team. Interesting.
The dead return.
Yeah. But I think when it comes to Honkai Star Rail designs, like you know, just like it was like in Genshin, just like it is in any game, I feel like, you know, that has so many characters. I have so many, like, I feel like it's one of those things where like 99% of all designs are like absolutely superb. You know what I mean? I think the only design I was kind of like a little bit down on in this game was and it's not, I want to say it's not in terms of like it's not always in terms of like oh, this character's beautiful, because I would say like Dr. Rachel's beautiful, but like there's other characters just like, oh, their design is cute, their design is cool. It's always different for different characters.
I'll see you off.
But my I think like the only character design like I wasn't like totally sold on in this game. It's not that it's terrible, but was like Pale's design. Like I just felt like it was like you know, compared to the other designs, it always felt a little bit
Your answers?
I mean, maybe that's a mean thing to say, but like it always feels a little bit like regular. You know what I mean? And it feels a little bit like, you know, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't match the. Oh, I missed the first hit. It doesn't match the energy that like I expect from like Honkai designs, if that makes sense.
What are you waiting for?
It feels like every
To betray
second
my
design in Honkai, I'm
customers,
constantly like, oh my
I
god,
charge extra.
this is amazing, you know?
Where's the applause?
So when you get a design, it's like, it's like, it's almost like so noticeable. I think it's like one of those situations where it's like, you know, we're using food analogies again, but you eat beautiful food all day, you know what I mean? And then like, you know,
dead return.
it's like you come home and you're like, oh, I'm a bit peckish, and you take out like I don't know, like what like do you guys have cream cracker, like a cream cracker or something like that, or like a just like a, I don't know, what would be like that type of thing? Yeah, like a cream cracker, and you're like, oh, this is like, it's still like fine, you know, but it's like comparatively, I'm like,
You chose the wrong enemy.
I don't know, maybe people disagree with me.
Your answers?
And I want to say as well, I don't think that Pale's design doesn't have personality in it, because I think that one of the things about like adding personality to design, oh, this is it.
That's it. Pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
Sure. Because I think that her character is someone who like is trying to keep everything together, trying to be very professional, and so like it makes sense that her character design is very like, you know, just almost like by numbers in a way, because that's who she is, right? And you know, that's why her emotional breakdown at one point was such a big moment, because it's like, oh, this is like a character who seems very like put together constantly, but like, you know, everyone has something hidden behind him. I love this moment as well, by the way, with Dr. Rachel going to collect this for Aventurine, because it really does feel like it's like they are working together. It's their mission, it's their time. It does feel like they're main characters within this quest.
Just place it here.
Oh, we can hear from his perspective as well. Can we see Small? Where is he? Can we see him? Maybe we can't see him. That means we're very small. We're getting cutscenes for this as well. This is so good. Dr. Ratio blowing us away. Honestly, this is so fun.
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Doc. Where is he? It went from scary to being like, this is my guy watching over me, you know what I mean? The relationship is fantastic. I love it so much. Oh, it's this mission. Oh, yeah, we've done this before, right? So we activate that. I guess we want to rotate it so like it hits... I guess we want to rotate it so it hits up... Oh, sorry, I didn't even see this. That's my bad. And then... And then that hits there. Sorry, my bad. Perfect, and then we go with this. Does that not work? Oh, sorry. I don't know why I can't see them sometimes on my path here. Where'd that go to? Is there another one over here? Why can't I not? Why can't you know? There's a shot. There is in fairness, the sun is shining on the TV. That yeah, I'm not. I'm you know. I usually don't make excuses for that, but like it is like one of those things where it's like yeah, I can see it now. The sun is shining on the TV. Great view, right?
Oh, Ratio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily squash me with just a pinch.
If that is your wish, I will do so without a moment's hesitation.
Like what? Like you know, I'm sorry, but like, you know, he's come around Ratio enough to be like, hey, you could squash me with a little pinch, you know, even the way he said it. Very pretty. No, I'm really or is there's the other jigsaw piece? I really love this mechanic already.
Piece of cake. This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
I am exhilarated. This has been so fun. This has been a glorious, glorious, glorious time. I feel so lucky that I get to play a game like this, honestly. Just like that? Okay, we don't have to utilize the other ones? Fair enough. With a formidable foe as well.
The bigger the risk, the better the reward.
No, wait 1 second.
Let's win.
If we're doing this, you know, formidable foe stuff, we gotta like...
Feeling lucky.
Does that hurt?
We gotta do this, you know? We gotta do this. It's funny because this has been like mostly just like a good exploration mission. But like it's all...
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
It's gone by so fast for me, I think.
Stand still.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return.
Good times never last. Time to say bye.
Boom.
Boom.
I hit the mark.
You bet you did.
Say bye to breathing.
Saying bye to breathing is insane. It's so insane. Who doesn't freaking love Kafka? I tell you guys. Say bye to breathing.
Hedge your bets.
If someone says say bye to breathing to me, like, you know, I'm like, yeah, honestly, if you're saying it that way.
We're just having fun.
Stand still.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Yeah, Sampo's great. Sampo's great to have on a team, honestly.
Didn't hurt.
Kafka saying it didn't hurt as well is so fun to me as well.
Good times.
It's so fun.
Time to say bye.
Boom.
Boom.
You chose the wrong enemy.
The little laugh he does as well.
May as well kill them all.
Her one-liners are
More
perfect.
business,
Relax. Not bad.
Love this music as well.
The dice have been
Yeah.
cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take
It's
it
so
off.
fun. His smile there is so fun too. Yeah, I think it's over now as well. Well, we probably should put more dots on there as well, but it's fine. It's fine.
Stand still.
Because we're going to get to go again anyway.
Sure, I'll play along.
Yeah. Actually, a pretty effective team, and like having a shield on there, like you wouldn't like.
Hold on. Piece of
Although it wouldn't be like a perfect thing to have on a team, right? Is that a 5-star? Cool.
Me too.
You know, while it's not like a perfect team to have on your team, right? Or like a perfect team, like I think that you want more dot characters there as well. I do think that there is an element there where like Aventurine having a shield on your team isn't a terrible thing either. You know, it's definitely not a terrible thing either. Especially since like he can do like great damage as well. I might like, I don't know. I might save for Aventurine. Honestly. He's been fun to use so far. Honestly. And like next round, people said like the banner is kind of spoilers, so like I feel like that's a perfect time to start saving for any new characters you want.
The tour of Toy City has come to an end. Makes me feel sad.
He's like, I like to be little small
Pentagon
boy.
Isn't all bad, right? I'll use this interesting experience as a talking point at the poker table.
Okay. He's like, yeah, you know, wasn't terrible. Wasn't terrible at all. Yeah, I'm in love with how they did all this, really, honestly. And Dr. Ratio's, again, that's totally Dr. Ratio, right? Not waiting for us here as we come out, but still waiting for us, you know? Not waiting right by our side, but still waiting for us.
It's a pity you made it out of the sand alive. Sunday is just beyond this door. From my limited understanding, he's not someone easily handled. Are you prepared?
As we're ever gonna be.
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one who should be prepared.
Let's go. Let's go, Aventurine. Let's go.
Tell me about your plan.
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear.
That's a gambler.
There are only two kinds of bargaining chips when dealing with people. Benefit or fear.
It's not wrong whatsoever. I would put hope in there as well, but like I think hope is less of a bargaining chip and more of just like a motivation. So like the idea of benefit and fear, yeah, that's like, that makes sense.
Looks like sincerity isn't in your dictionary.
It's not a word he uses often.
Am I not sincere enough? There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is dead.
Yeah.
He won't be able to turn a blind eye, and that's fear.
So we said this before. Aventurine denounced the death in terms of calling out the killer, saying that they're a psycho, right? 100%. I'm not saying that's a full denouncement, but that shows like a... Again, I think it's like not diagnosing someone, but it is like saying... That's like usually people in small talk and small conversation would use that as a way to like, you know, talk down about someone. They would. Like, let's be honest here. They would. But what he's saying here is that, you know... It's like this is the fear that we have to use as a bargaining chip right now. We know he's afraid. And not only that, but we know personally that Sunday is angry. Sunday is so pissed off. So there's that too.
And I'll help him find the murderer. He can't do it due to his status and position, but I can. And that's benefit.
He thinks about those deals all the time, right? How to make a deal.
On what basis do you believe he's incapable, necessitating the delegation to someone from a rival faction? The IPC.
Simple. Because that murderer could very well be a traitor hiding inside the family.
Acheron did say something kind of similar, right? The tragedy lies within the family.
Do you mean the Galaxy Ranger whom you accused previously?
So Aventurine thinks that she's a part of the family?
That was just an excuse, good doctor. There's something wrong with that woman. We need someone who can keep her in check. It's better to minimize the variables outside our control while we execute our plans.
Wait, is he saying that he doesn't fully believe that Acheron did it? He just needs someone to make sure that she's being watched at all times?
Moreover, I need to know her identity. If I'm lucky.
Interesting.
She could be an important pawn. And it's good to have more helpful friends when dealing with this.
So maybe I'm misinterpreting this, but is he saying that like he knows Acheron is dangerous, right? But he maybe doesn't know that she killed Robin and Firefly. But maybe he's saying now that it's like, now that I've put the Astral Express on high alert about her and other people on high alert about her, she will be kind of like watched more, maybe like kept in check more.
But honestly, the murder case is likely
there we go.
unrelated to her. I believe my standpoint. There's a rat in the family.
And Acheron feels this way too, kind of.
Otherwise, why would Mr. Sunday arrange a private meeting with us? This isn't an interrogation, but a secret negotiation.
Honestly, amazing, right? Amazing what they've done here. Because obviously we left the last episode believing that like he 100% just wanted people, and it's true. Like what it is true, he wanted people to go against Acheron, so he kind of like insinuated and blamed her for all the stuff that is happening on this planet, right? Basically called her the death that has come to Penacony. He basically was insincere in his reasoning, so that I believe anyway that more people would be on edge about Acheron. So now, at least now, he can maybe someone else can find out more about her, right? Honestly. And he used actual facts to do that, right? We know that the Duke Inferno died. We know the Duke Inferno died. We know that Acheron is hiding something from us, right? We also use Black Swan's intuition on this stuff as well. Like, again, if you're talking about making deals, he's really freaking good at this and making like and doing this type of stuff. Sure, even just mid conversation, he realized that we were upset about the debts. So now he's saying that's like what Acheron said something similar, that the tragedy lies within the family. Aventurine seems to believe that there's someone inside that's a rat inside the family as well at the same time too. So he's saying now, because this meeting is so private, it's not something that's like a public thing. He doesn't want anyone to know about it. So it seems like it's more of a negotiation in Aventurine's eyes. And he's also saying he's going to use the idea of like that fear, which is like a fear of losing someone else, a fear of someone you've already lost, and a pain that you've already lost, and also the benefit, which is like we could, be able to help him out in the situation too. A very, very like, it showcases his ability to negotiate and to maneuver around other characters, and let's be honest, to like manipulate in a lot of ways too.
We'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, I'll win back my freedom and power. In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create
the grandest death. Does he mean like the death of Penacony, basically? That's a really interesting phrase, honestly.
If the chance of winning is just beyond this door, even if that chance is close to zero, well, you can't win if you don't play.
That's true.
Right.
So he's also saying winning back his freedom, because that could mean as well right now he's being watched, right? So he needs to get more leeway, I guess.
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear Gambler.
That's Aventurine is audacious. He has audacity. You know what I mean?
3 chips are enough.
3 chips?
All or nothing.
The way he even says that as well. He he is like this he is a gambler. You know what I mean? He is someone who will bet all this stuff, and also like he knows how to do like deals and leverage and all this stuff too. And like he's played a pretty good game so far. But then again, we don't know how much Sunday knows. What's Sunday's perception of things? It's super interesting. Yeah, that's so interesting, because now, like, obviously we left the last episode thinking that like Aventurine thought it was Acheron, right? But now we just know that she was trying to make Acheron seem like a bit dangerous so people could keep tabs on her, basically. And the more distance there is from Acheron from Stell, the more there is like not a trust in him, but like there's more of a reason to make a deal with him, and also a reason to like be suspicious of Acheron. So I think oh my god, look at this. So I think again, he's a deal maker. He's someone who like knows how to like, I'm not saying, by the way, it's morally good. I want to make that clear. I'm not saying it's morally good to use someone's death against them in a negotiation, right? But that's Aventurine's personality. Aventurine is a person who's like, well, it's happened, let's use it. That's it. That's who he is. I'm not saying it's morally perfect at all.
It seems my puzzles are too effortless for you, IPC ambassador.
I guess. Look at this. Even the image here. It legit feels like there is like a heavenly presence to Sunday that maybe they intentionally want to give off as well.
I appreciate your words. And I see you put a lot of effort into welcoming me, Mr. Sunday. However, this is no way to greet a guest.
Well, this isn't an invitation, but a summoning. Before we speak, I need to test your character.
Interesting. Look at the smile on Sunday's face as well. And it's interesting that they both have like this like very like kind of like cunning smile on their face right now.
I imagine this knowledgeable doctor friend of yours has been of great help.
In more ways, you know.
Certainly. You ought to know this better than I do. He's already faithfully fulfilled his duties, hasn't he?
Yes, the doctor has assured me of your noble character. He considers you, like himself, a virtuous person who can be trusted by the family.
Oh.
I have come to know you very well as a person, Mr. Aventurine. You're diligent, generous, and willing to cooperate. The fact that you succeeded in overcoming many obstacles just to meet me gave me the reason to believe in your wisdom and courage.
This is interesting. Like, diligent. I would say that does describe Aventurine in terms of their practices, right? They are someone who like works very diligently to make everything, ensures everything in place. Generous. I think you could say like, you know, on the surface at the very least, like they've been giving out a lot of money to people. 100%. Willing to cooperate. Yes, they love making good deals. So like I guess you could like use those words in a way. The fact you've seen overcome many obstacles is to meet me, give me reasons to believe in your wisdom and courage. So it's also saying like, hey, you overcome all this stuff as well. So there is something to that too. Now I wonder if this is as well a different way of describing Aventurine from Sunday's perspective as like a diplomat, right? As someone who is supposed to put up this front as well as being like, you know, more proper, and he's not, you know, I mean, it is like a, you know, you could describe Aventurine as this stuff as well, but I feel like a lot of other people wouldn't exactly always describe Aventurine like this.
But there's one thing I must ask you. That is, you've used your wisdom at the wrong place to meet the wrong person and put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be, witnessing a tragedy that shouldn't have happened.
So is he saying that you know about witnessing Robin's death?
You don't look too well. Am I making you anxious?
You always make me anxious, Aventurine, honestly, you know?
If not, then it means I'm on your side.
So interesting.
If I wasn't mistaken, you'd just made a serious accusation against...
Oh my god, very subtly so, I guess? Did he? I guess? You don't look too well, am I making you anxious? Not means I'm on your side. It's like, oh, if you're not nervous, then I'm on your side.
No, you weren't mistaken. For depravity is creeping in.
Not even backing down, Aventurine isn't.
There's no need for us to be evasive. Let's talk about your sister. Your sister's talent is unrivaled in the world of show business. As you know, her voice has been out of tune since she returned to Penacony. What's more disheartening, she can't sing anymore.
Honkai making sure I remember the word death.
Who could be responsible for this? Many suspect the culprit is among the outsiders, but I know you hold a different
So
opinion.
that if that's true, then that means Aventurine, Acheron, and Sunday have the same perspective.
Now your noble status has become a shackle, preventing you from apprehending the murderer and avenging your sister's death.
Interesting.
You're feeling anxious because you're out on a limb.
Interesting. We kind of picked up on that idea that they have to be kind of like a noble. They have to be kind of like prim and proper. He can't just go out like killing people indiscriminately. He can't just punish people. I wonder if he's going to like ask Aventurine to help in some way.
But don't worry, I'm on your side.
This is such an interesting conversation.
I'm immensely honored by your concern for me, Mr. Aventurine. Since you're so selfless and generous, I believe you wouldn't ask for
Never.
anything in return.
Never.
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur any loss from this. I just want to reclaim what is mine. My liberty and the personal items under the family's custody, the bag of gift money.
So is he saying like, is there a different meaning to this? Like, because I know like he came from a people of you know, nomads. So I wonder if like it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's also like symbolically talking about that as well, like the idea of liberty and freedom. Yeah, I wonder. Because he's obviously maybe the stuff was taken off him during the time with the stuff that happened to Robin as well.
The box in which the cornerstone is stored.
Of course, yes, yes, yes. The stone.
That's right.
He wants to get it back.
Cornerstone. I've heard it's a treasured asset of the Strategic Investment Department. A sacred stone that seals the preservation
What?
emanator, granting significant power. And every liquidation specialist holds one.
It can seal the preservation emanator, and everyone. Wait, so 10 stone hearts. Would that be topaz as well? Like all the names of the stones? So there's 10 of them?
For an object so precious, it probably comes at an even higher price than other forms of recompense.
This is a great shot, by the way.
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the high level of risk I'll be undertaking to bring the truth to light.
Mr. Aventurine, when you're out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest.
What's happening here?
Your trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes.
Of course.
Okay.
But I don't, because it's not appropriate to do so in public. You should make sure everything is presentable and in order before leaving the house.
Interesting. Is Sunday saying that, like, I always make sure everything, like, all my affairs in order before I come to, like, any meeting, while you do things on the fly all the time?
I'm not the kind that
Yeah,
takes
there it
risks.
is.
The cornerstone must be.
And he sees giving the cornerstone as a risk to give him back to Aventurine.
No room for negotiation.
Oh my god, look at this. Look at the face change here as well. The eyes, the eyebrows furrow a little bit. The mouth like goes from a upward curl to a downward curl, you know? The slight change.
Please, don't let me turn you down twice.
I think Sunday's being very serious about this.
Sure. The gift money is good enough. I suppose you wouldn't mind that. After all, a merchant can't function without a bargaining chip.
You compromised quicker than I thought. Unfortunately, it's a gambler that needs a bargaining chip, not a merchant. I can give you your gift money, but before that, I want you to tell me.
Tell you? It's a nice bag.
The fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for. What exactly is
That's
stored
it.
in
And
it?
yeah, he did kind of like give it up very easily, right?
Oh, triple-faced soul, please
What the hell?
sear his tongue and palms with a hot
Huh?
iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false
That's not
vows.
right. What the hell? He can make people tell the truth? No, what the hell?
Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf.
What?
Next, you have 113 seconds to prove your innocence.
No.
And gain
I'm not always a big fan of that, right? Like using like type of I guess like magic in some way or like powers in some way to make someone tell the truth in this way. But it seems like he's done something like with the harmony, under the light of the harmony, to make sure that he like Aventurine has to like tell the truth.
And if I refuse to answer?
What the hell? That set a different tone for Sunday to me almost instantly.
You can try, and we'll see if the harmony rejects you.
Like a very calculated move here, right? But it does fit in with some other stuff too. It does fit actually in a way. We'll talk about it in a bit as well.
Question: do you own a
Oh my god,
cornerstone?
is this just a
Yes.
baseline question to see if they're telling the truth like you would with a lie detector test?
What a simple answer. You, too, understand that idle chatter leads only to poverty.
I don't like, it's kind of like seeing Aventurine like struggle a bit and kind of like a bit uncomfortable doesn't feel good. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel right.
Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered?
Wait, he handed it
Aventurine?
over?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you?
Yes, okay.
Is your cornerstone in this room?
What type
right
of question is this?
Yes.
I do not like seeing Aventurine like this. I don't know what it is. I do not like seeing Aventurine like, you know, like in a, like someone who is like born to negotiate, you know, not being able to truly negotiate.
Is your memory free from any kind of tampering or deletion, encompassing but not restricted to the techniques of the Garden of Recollection?
Yes.
Oh, they're giving the shakies. I don't like it. I hate it.
Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
Yes.
Holy hell.
You even
We
know
heard about that last time as well.
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's own or another's mind?
What type of these questions, man? It's, I mean, like, just the cold stare as well. This has changed Sunday so much for me.
No. Does it matter?
Do you love your family more than yourself?
What a... In what context? You mean like his mother that's gone, or his father and mother that died?
Yes.
Oh my god, why did that like shake my heart?
All the Avgins were killed in a massacre. Am
Oh
I
Jesus
right?
freaking Christ, what?
No.
Are you your clan's sole survivor?
Oh my god, stop this, please. We know that like he was like that his mother like wanted him to survive and like and saw like this world where he was gonna be born into something so horrible.
Do you hate and wish to destroy this world? with
Oh
your own
god,
hands?
what a question as well. Oh no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't.
You don't know?
Interesting. Now,
So he's not
the final
sure?
question. Can you swear that at this very moment, the Aventurine stone is safe and sound in
Wait,
its
is he
box?
trying to say that like maybe like the reason why he doesn't care about this box, he's just trying to make like Sunday's thinking that eventually he's just trying to make him think that the stone is in this box. Oh my freaking god, this scene. Of course, and the struggle to get this out even.
Looks like we can get an answer. Open it, Mr. Aventurine. It's your last chance
This is
to defend your honor.
I think that was very invasive and forceful, right? It was. It definitely was. And like we're gonna talk about all that in a second. Like I think that like with the reason why it was so scary is because I'm so used to Aventurine being someone who like is in control almost of like every conversation. Even if they lose in a conversation, they're still like very like, because I feel like, you know, like the reason that like I don't want to say they lost to Sparkle, because Sparkle was being like very, very mean to Aventurine. I don't want to say it was a win or a loss, but I think even in that moment, Aventurine was like able to like stay calm and cool and collected. And even though there was like a little bit of a shakiness, we saw like a little tiny bit of like a crack in the armor. So like it's the way I would describe it is like, I don't know, it's like seeing like a character in a TV show who like never cries and then they cry. Seeing Aventurine being like this person who like, I almost like cheer for their negotiation, even if I don't agree with all their like we don't. I've said this a million times, we don't agree with all the stuff Aventurine does, but like they are like this master negotiator. They are someone who like is a master at making deals and all this stuff as well. To see them like being forced like, or like a struggle like this under the guy, like I don't know if it's forced, but on like it's like kind of like a, it felt like almost like a lie detector test under the like the light of the harmony, right? Where something will happen if you don't. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's seeing him struggle in any type of like questioning is like seeing that character who like through 7 seasons has never cried. All of a sudden they cry. You know, it's a weird feeling. And from Sunday's perspective, I want to make it clear here. I understand what Sunday says. Sunday's saying I don't come to anything unprepared. I don't leave the house without my hair proper. I don't leave the house without my tie proper. I'm not leaving this up to chance. I'm not leaving this idea that you could be lying to me up to chance. And that's what Sunday's perspective is. That doesn't make it any less uncomfortable seeing Aventurine like that, right? It doesn't make it any less uncomfortable to me at all. It's an uncomfortable situation. It really is. Oh, here we go. Sliding across the table as well. And Dr. Ratio in the darkness over here as well. Almost like he's barely even part of this moment. Wait, did you give him a signal?
Please.
Or he said was you're on your own? Like, look at this, look at this, look at this. I have such a perception of him now. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Are these what you're
Wait.
looking for?
Wait, though, but that's not... System House... What did he take them out of the case?
Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side
Oh,
of the family
no.
in this farce?
What makes you think?
Wait,
you can
is that the look Dr. Ratio had in his face of like it's not in the box? Does he know they're not in the box?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner who sees the pursuit of knowledge above all.
I never saw it as them hating each other, honestly. I love
In
the
that
dynamic.
case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the sake of petty pride.
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings.
Oh my
on the
God.
stone. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is
Crazy
willing to
leverage
share
here.
such information.
Crazy leverage. Oh my God.
Cut to the chase. What do you need from me?
I need Mr. Aventurine's comprehensive
Oh
plan.
man.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone? You can't expect a featherless bird to take
He's saying that without the
flight.
cornerstone that he's considered not as powerful.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the strategic investment department have united, progressing together in the interest
That
of
was the call he
IPC.
gave to freaking Topaz right at the end of the Topaz quest.
You'll have to speak more clearly.
Oh my God, what is happening?
The cornerstone, which Mr. Aventurine surrendered.
So he's saying he could still have his cornerstone?
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think. Cornerstones are significantly more precious to them than their very own lives.
I feel sick right now. This is all just making me nervous, honestly. So he's saying that like these people don't depart with these stones that easily.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is about it, the more cautious I must be.
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should see a shrink.
What? So Dr. Ratio is basically saying like because he says you must is this sharing his like his paranoia, or maybe sharing his like his I don't know, his ability to make deals or want to make deals?
Bring it. The box containing the cornerstone is unique, and only IPC senior
What?
staff and related members can access it. But I happen to be among them.
Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart.
I appreciate it.
Don't break my heart here. What are they doing?
Unfortunately, your guess.
So
is
it's not his stone.
The golden stone. Its color and glow are similar to that of
Klipoth.
Klipoth's body.
This is the very ruse he intends to use to fool you. He won't reveal to you that the 10 Stonehearts chisel their own will into the cornerstones, granting them an unparalleled
Why do I feel so, like, sick right now?
And this golden stone is also known as a topaz.
Oh my god!
Not Aventurine. And it belongs
That's
to
the call he made!
So, do you wish to confront
Oh my
him?
god.
Not at the moment. I'm more interested to know the location of his cornerstone.
Well, he knows now. He got it, right? He had the green Aventurine.
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it.
What?
In fact, that
Oh my-
cornerstone has been in your hands from the very
So,
beginning.
like, that was Aventurine's plan. It's like, I'll negotiate to get the stone back. But I know he won't give me that, so I'll take this. But obviously Dr. Ratio knew about this as well. And this is like, he offered the freaking stellar research. Oh my freaking god. Oh my god. No, what the hell?
I see. This bag. Mixing a cornerstone. More precious than life itself. With a bunch of worthless jewels. Disguised as a gift of money waiting to be confiscated. Is indeed in line with Mr.
And I say gambler because that is a
style.
gamble. And it's something that is like, you know, one of those things where like hiding something in plain sight sometimes works. You know what I mean? Sometimes like if someone's looking for like the secret code, sometimes hiding it right in front of people like is the easiest way to hide it. But it is a gamble to do that.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter, and requests the gift money. This is a gamble, one he's all too familiar with, betting on your single misstep, leading to a total loss.
Now, does this go against the IPC's wishes as well from Dr. Rachel's perspective? But maybe he doesn't care because he's going to get this Stellaron research.
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. The family will surely reward a righteous person like you.
Oh my god. He wants the Stellaron research. That's what the reward is.
As for the villain, I hope he retreats in humiliation.
Villain is relative. Villain is relative. That's what the look Dr. Ratio
All
gave him
thanks
was.
to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter failure to your storied career.
What Sunday just said here is painful, right? And I understand, again, I want to make it clear, I understand that from Sunday's perspective, he literally just probably stopped the destruction of Penacony's veil. In his eyes, he's stopping someone from trying to take down Penacony, right? 110%, right? And the reason I say villain is relative is because if you, like, sometimes I don't agree with having this veil up. If people, like, know that there's suffering going on here and there's death descending upon here, people have a right to know sometimes too. And what he's saying right now is only because of Dr. Ratio, I was able to make you lose in a gambling situation. Sunday was able to make Aventurine lose in a gambling situation. I want to make it clear as well, by the way, like I talked about, like I still love the dynamic between Ratio and Aventurine, by the way. Because, like, I still think it's, like, a very, like, fun dynamic between the two of them. They love poking each other's buttons. But I feel like they would be the best, like, buddy cop movie in history, like, where they would end up loving each other in the end, right? I still think that they have, like, respect for each other. But does it make sense when I say that, like, I think that on the other side of things, too, like, if it comes down for a benefit situation, do you guys think Aventurine would also, like, take a deal to sell out... to sell out Ratio? Do you think it's one of those situations where I would have done the same situation? I don't know.
Ratio, you
Oh, the
wretch.
anger in his face too. They're breaking down like my favorite relationship right in front of my eyes. You can't even look at him.
Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently
What?
only have 17 system hours left to live. Treasure your remaining time and savor the delectable.
Is he going to execute him?
defeat.
Or does he die without this? Wait, what?
You might as as well explain yourself a
You're
little
not executing him. What?
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial.
Oh my god.
We see no reason to absolve you from it.
So because Ratio still lied about some things on that as well, is that what's gonna kill him? Because the Harmony was watching over that?
Is this what the Harmony represents? But is it built
Fair.
upon
Such a fair
constraint
way
and
to say it.
coercion?
Such a fair way to say it.
You misunderstand, Mr. Aventurine. Punishment is meant for the irreverent. But I have seen your resilient spirit, and thus I offer you the possibility of a new
What are you
beginning.
talking about?
Throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape or contact any of your companions.
Who are you?
You only have 2 paths before you, and it all depends on whether you can complete my test within the time limit.
Who are you?
Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your
What?
family. If you fail, you will suffer the wrath of the eternal Centurion and fall into
Hold
an
on.
abyss of
No,
doom.
hold on a second. What? Son, hold back a second. Is he saying that, like, he's saying, oh, you'll be able to go, you're no matter what, you're gonna die? But you decide whether you're gonna be with your family who died, which, again, horrible to bring it up, but again, like, it's, or suffer the wrath of eternal centuration, which is like, fall into the abyss of doom. So he's like, basically saying, like, you're going to heaven or hell. Is that what he's saying? And in other words?
Sounds like I'm gonna end up the same.
He's saying you're gonna die either way.
I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective. I will purge the evil from the inside and bring the real culprits to justice within 17 system hours. When the time comes, compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to grant you mercy.
But am I right in saying that the mercy is just you get to, like, have a nicer afterlife?
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth. That
Oh
isn't
my god.
fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash. Nothing is achievable.
Hearing Aventurine being
without
so
it.
angry and frustrated with this as well. We've never seen him like this. You took everything from me and still demand the truth. I'm basically calling them carnies. Yeah, carnies. Because, you know, this whole fake thing.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this bag of worthless jewels for everything you need. That's what gamblers excel at,
I am
isn't
not
it?
a fan of this situation, honestly. I think he's saying here as well, like, this is meant to have no support from me. You're just trying to get virtue, like, to like, maybe do, like, in his eyes, do something good before you pass on?
Off you go, Mr. Aventurine. You
Quote unquote,
are
that's not the
free.
freedom he wanted.
I will wait here for your good news.
Oh my god, this broke my heart. This broke my freaking heart.
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation. It's an outright
Yeah.
execution.
Oh my god, I just literally got chills. Literally just got chills. And my heart sank. we're gonna talk about all the intricacies of like the stuff here as well. And again, it's like you guys know the situation. I'll always give my own opinion, but try to understand everyone else's take as well. But it's hard not to sit here and have a character who his tribe died, his people died. He came from a planet that was coarse and hard to even live on. Right? He's had to like, you know, his life has been a thrown up in the air gamble, right? And now in this moment, he basically asks for his own freedom in a way, and what he gets instead is a sham of a freedom that leads to his death. It's hard for it not to make me feel sick about it, guys. It's hard for not. I'm sorry, it feels so bad.
Why would I do that, Mr. Aventurine? I'm just wondering what a passerby who stumbled upon a scene of a murder.
Oh my god, this Sunday is so different.
That's all.
Sunday's character scares me now. Terrifies me. Even this phrasing. Eventually, we gotta do something.
By the way, before you go, I have a personal question.
Oh, now you have a personal question.
What is it now? You
what?
Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
Because his answer was, I don't know, right?
Kakavasha! Where did you go? Oh, are you injured?
Kakavasha was obviously blessed by Gaiathra, right? This is baby Aventurine again.
I got it back, sister.
Oh my god, got what back?
You went to look for them? That's too dangerous. It's just a necklace. It's neither food nor water. We can survive without it.
They're showcasing, by the way, here, not only the patchwork tents. This is a climate that you cannot be prosperous in. Look at this area. Oh, this music.
I can't live without you, little brother.
Oh.
Promise me not to look for those catechins again. Okay?
Catechins. Is this something we should we look this up or something?
Sister, don't be afraid. The catechins are fools, but I'm smart. I played a game with
Oh
them,
my
and I
god.
won.
This music is it's gorgeous, but he's been playing gambling games since he was a kid.
One? What happened exactly? Tell me.
Everything's been a gamble.
I made a bet with them. The two birds in the desert and me. Who will die first?
What?
They suspected me of cheating, but I didn't. I won fair and square.
So he bet them that the two birds in the desert would die first before him?
Of course you'd win. You've always been a lucky child. Gaiathra Triclops must be watching over you.
There it is. The again, I'm taking some screenshots here, guys, just so I can look some stuff up as well.
But that's no reason to push your luck by going up against those bloodthirsty, cruel catechins.
Cruel
Have
catechins.
you forgotten how Mom and Dad... Look. This
Oh
is
my
just
God.
one necklace. But Kakavasha, you are my only family.
So I'm guessing those people are the ones who killed the people of his home. And what she's saying here is like and maybe he doesn't realize this, but like it feels like he's doing stuff for her because again it's true. It is love, but it's a love in a way where it's like this shiny thing is something you love, and I want to make sure I get this back for you. But he doesn't realize like the value of his own life in this sense, you know, is more valuable than this thing that makes his sister happy.
I'm sorry, sister. I thought you'd be happy.
It has memories in it.
Because Mom left you this necklace.
Holy F, man.
There'll be no next time.
And we know you know what this is? You know what this? I'm just realizing this now.
It is important, but not as important as you.
I'm just realizing this.
I don't blame you, but you must remember what Mom said. Pain and poverty are the trials of Gayathra Triclops.
Oh,
She
God.
has also granted us a chance. And that's your good luck, Akavasha. Your good luck is the most precious wealth all Avgin have.
So Avgin is the name of the tribe. What she's saying here is like, I never agree with it. It's a bunch of crap. It's something that people tell themselves when they're going through hard times because it sometimes feels better. It's like, oh, all people must go through these trials. We're being tested, you know what I mean? When in reality, you've been dealt an unbelievably unlucky hand and you had to go through suffering because the world freaking sucks. That's what's happening. The world is shit. And when I said I know what's happening here, I think I know why they're showing the scene right now. His sister asked him to not ever take this gamble again for an item, and he just gambled his own life away. Gambled his own life away again on his stone. Right? And while it's more than just a stone, it is something, again, this will never happen again. It did happen again.
You're a child blessed by Gayathra Triclops and can lead the clan to happiness.
The pressure of that.
Always remember to protect
Oh my God.
yourself and never resent the pain and poverty you're going through. All right?
Dear Lord, and that's his hatred for Penacony comes from a resentment. Again, I want to make it clear right now. I think the idea of like resenting your own pain and poverty, I don't think it's a way. It's a sense of being like, oh, you're poor and you should like. I 100% like everyone goes through unbelievable hard times and no one should ever look down on anyone for that whatsoever. But I think what she's saying here is like, what again? He hates Penacony because it's so grand and vast and gigantic and stuff. Because as well, I have to believe that he joined the IPC 100% as well. Because again, it's one of those things where like he can now look back. He doesn't have to look back on the era when he had nothing. He has money. The reason why he gives money to sell, yes, you could say it's a benefit as well, but I truly believe as well the reason he gives money to sell at the same time too is because it's one of those things where it's like, I can. There was a time when I had nothing, but now I can give this all away.
Listen to me and swear to Gayathra.
So much pressure on this poor kid. So much pressure. I'm not saying it's an intentional pressure from his sister. It's a belief, right, that she has, that she was brought up with as well. But the pressure that's being put on him now to be the one that is like because again, you can't even live your own life.
Okay, we'll swear to Gayathra Triclops to protect this wealth.
And the wealth, quote unquote wealth, which is like, you know, the life that you have, the luck that he has. And now he's going to be executed.
But sister, Gayathra Triclops was really watching over
Ask
us.
the questions, Kakavasha. Ask the question.
Why did she not protect Dad when he was swept away by the
Important question.
After all, Dad went to the Catechins' land only to prepare for Gayathra Triclops' offerings.
It's such an important question. I'm sorry, I'm devastated by this. It's such an important question. What is this protecting us and watching over us? My dad was the most dedicated follower of this Triclops. And look what happened.
And where was Gayathra Triclops when Mom was shivering in our arms? Mom was still pleading for Gayathra Triclops'
Yes.
forgiveness under her breath.
Yes.
The moment she closed her eyes. Sister, everyone praises me for being smart, but I don't get it. If every rainpour was Gayathra Triclops' forgiveness and grace.
And that is well where it's like, oh, like we have we have just enough to get by. Thank you, Triclops. The sooner people realize that the eons and the gods and the people they look up to do not gaze upon them fondly, the sooner life gets a little bit easier. Not that it gets easier, but you know what I mean.
Then how bad were our sins?
Oh my god, not at all.
So much so that we were born in this world.
That's so horrible. That's so horrible. That's so horrible. No child should ever have to think about their own sins. You did nothing. Nothing wrong. The world is awful. So much of life is based on luck of where you're born. That's what it is. It's so much. That's what life is based on. We're switching back to... No, not right now.
Excuse me.
Holy hell, that scene. And I think the reason why they're trying to show that scene is that in that moment, Aventurine probably remembered back to his sister. And his sister saying to him, don't throw your life away, you are lucky. And that pressure of being like the last of his tribe, being the lucky one in his tribe. Can you imagine what guilt that would bring you? Knowing that you were the last survivor in your tribe and everyone tells you how lucky you are. Well, why aren't my family lucky? My dad was giving offerings. My mother was crying to him as she was shivering in the rain to give us something. Why? Not only was it showcasing that he was gambling from a young age, but also it showcased that like his sister didn't want him to do this from a young age. His sister saw a different life for him. Of not even that, but like saw him as someone who was going to be like the savior of all of them, and then the last hope for all of them, which again is pressure beyond pressure. And in that moment, I think he thought back to this because what happened? He's about to be executed in it, to me, like a very like uncomfortable, disgusting thing that's happening there. And he's about to be executed, and now he he's about to be executed. And let's be honest here, in a moment where Dr. Ratio betrayed him, in a moment where his negotiations broke down, in a moment where this journey that he's been on and this plan that he had has failed. Am I a lucky child? Was I ever lucky? Was I ever the hope of my people? Was I all this stuff? Once again, I've gambled away my own life, but this time could be the last gamble I ever do. And I want to make it clear that people, the Avgens who grew up on Signonia, anyone who gives them crap, or like I'm throwing hands, like legit, I can't. It's very clear to me that the reputation that they get of being like swindlers and thieves and stuff, I guess, comes from the perspective of a hatred for people of a lower class. And I don't want to say lower class because that sounds bad. You're a lower class, but people who they perceive to be in a lower class than them. That's where it comes from. Horrible situation. Because what happened there was Sunday basically put... And Dr. Ratio got them in, and Dr. Ratio couldn't even look at Aventurine, by the way. Which, by the way, is again, I know, like saying Calmo, I was saying that they still have this dynamic where they could be friends. I still believe that, but in a way that, like, you know, Dr. Ratio isn't someone that's going to keep someone close to the heart if it comes to, like, finding out more research on a Stellaron, for example. What happened there was, in that moment, another taste of a bitter life. Because all Aventurine seems to have is the idea that I'm good at this gambling stuff. I'm good at deceiving people. I'm good at tricking people. I'm good at all this stuff. And in that moment, his gamble was lost because, let's be honest, and I stand by this, what the way Aventurine felt about Dr. Ratio, put his trust in Dr. Ratio. And I do believe there was like a mutual respect between the two of them, 100%. They have like a really fun dynamic between each other, but like what ended him in the end was his trust, was his brazenness, and once again going against kind of like what his sister said. And by the way, I'll make it clear, it's not Aventurine. I know it's hard to say, but like you could say, well, he walked himself into this trap. Still, brutally telling someone you have 17 hours to live. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've gambled. Well, obviously, like, it's different if you're like an absolutely horrible, horrific person. Of course. You know, if you're Vashir from Genshin, I'm not going to care if someone says you have 17 hours to live. But like, I'm never going to forget that moment where he realized what was happening here, and he realized that he failed in this negotiation and this interrogation, and it turned into an execution. And Dr. Ratio couldn't even look at him. I'm never going to forget that moment. Never. And I want to make it clear as well, we're going to talk about this later as well, but just briefly. I know from, you know, someone's going to probably say, well, from Sunday's perspective, he was trying to take down all of Penacony. He was trying to destroy this place and bring it back to the IPC. 110%. That is accurate. 100%. Right? That is accurate. That doesn't mean I can't feel absolutely sick about the situation that just unfolded there. It doesn't mean that.
I can't seem to find any information on this artist in the Iris family archives. The photo you provided also doesn't show any matches.
Just as I thought. I'd like to ask, what kind of traces do people leave when they enter a dream?
Are you referring to the records when you enter the dream pool? The equipment will monitor physiological indicators such as heart rate, blood oxygen levels, and body temperature in real time.
Okay.
This data will be included in statistics and handed over to the family for the screening of any data anomalies. Immediate action will be taken once any illegal behavior is detected.
Is it feasible to access direct? So they're saying that like all this stuff is kind of documented. Okay. Feels like your every move is being watched. Yeah, it's way less of an escape and more of like a Big Brother feels sometimes in this place.
Assured, your vitals are monitored in case of emergencies.
I don't believe that.
Allowing us to wake you if necessary.
I do think it's more of a Big Brother
Brother
situation. I do 100% believe it's more of a Big Brother situation.
Can I trouble you to access the records? I apologize. The hotel does not have access. This information is managed by the Bloodhound family. We can only gain access if there's a problem.
Looks like nothing can be found here.
So can we talk to the Bloodhound family?
At least we know who to look for next. We can ask the Bloodhound family for information.
That's what I was thinking. I keep wanting to say Bloodhound Gang because of the song.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Allie. By the way, is Miss Robin doing fine? We are looking forward to her performance.
Interesting question, right? Very interesting question.
Fine? What does that mean? Is there something wrong with Miss Robin? The preparations for the Charmony Festival have been
Just a
proceeding
question.
smoothly, so I guess things are pretty good. I believe she will be able to put on a spectacular show for all of you.
I'm sure.
Oh my god, Himiko. It was a very interesting question there, right?
Sure enough, no one knows about Miss Robin. I'm not surprised. But that Miss Firefly is truly mysterious. There's no information on her in the hotel system.
So she
Even
has...
if she's a stowaway. She should have a disguised identity after entering the planet.
Right, so there's nothing.
She's also in the running for the legacy. How is she going to sneak into the dreamscape unnoticed?
Is there any other way to enter a dream? Besides the hotel room's dream pool?
Sparkle. Garden Recollection, the Stellaron Hunters? Maybe?
The Memo Keepers have abilities that are difficult for normal people to comprehend. In the memory zone of Penacony, they thrive effortlessly, a fact proven to us by Black Swan. The hacker girl from the Stellaron Hunters used extraordinary means to unlock the Dreamscape Hotel's seal. According to the scene witnessed by her, it is likely that they are behind Miss Firefly's case.
Interesting, okay.
The Garden of Recollection and the Stellaron Hunters. Both are possible, but what about the IPC? Since they want Penacony all for themselves, they're bound to have a plan.
There's so many different ideals, wants, plans here, March. There's so many.
Who are you guys?
Huh?
The Bravo team.
Wait, what?
has arrived at their designated position.
The IPC?
Ready to execute armed evacuation operation. Boss, get moving.
What are the IPC doing?
Armed evacuation? Boss, are you drunk?
Are they here for Aventurine?
What do you know? It's more efficient this way. Just don't let the director find out. Act first, report later. Understood.
Help! Help me! I spent all my year-end bonus on the snowball! I don't
No
want my name on the
way.
department's major disciplinary
Is he
notice.
saying that like he's already spent all his money on this exact like on the ball here?
Hey, check it out. That place. Could it be the IPC workers from Bella?
No, the ones with the topaz. Did they work under Does that mean Topaz is around?
To all guests, the IPC will be conducting special operations within the hotel. Please follow the staff in charge of
Stop.
evacuation to the designated
With this
safe
music in the
zones,
background?
where compulsory measures will be enforced.
I'll request a beer.
Oh my god!
You've been told not to drink during work hours.
Oh, I did not expect Topaz to show up. But she's here. I guess it makes sense. Like, you know, like her stone is here. Her stone is here.
Take him back
Oh
to the hotel
my
room.
god.
I'll organize a meeting later to properly go over how this incident report should be written.
Sure. It's so fun seeing Topaz here.
Miss Topaz? I never thought I'd run into you on Penacony.
I am praying now that she can help Aventurine and get her stone.
Long time no see, Astral Express crew. Aventurine has told me a lot about your happenings.
It's so like I love when characters come back like this. Huh?
It's fine. Do as I ask and try to avoid any conflicts with the family. Report to me before taking any action.
Wait, is that Aventurine?
Yes. All right.
Did he? Who was that?
As you see, the IPC is
Oh, maybe just-
very
okay.
popular here on Penacony. Cordiality from the family is a mere
I agree.
The former frontier prison has turned around and cuffed its shackles on the IPC staff now.
Oh my god. Wait, so are they blanket arresting all the IPC members on Penacony?
Only Aventurine, who carries an invitation, is allowed to attend the banquet. An entourage like us, we can only sit around in the reality hotel, unauthorized to even enter dreams.
So you guys are not allowed to even okay.
No wonder Aventurine's scrambling to partner up with someone. The IPC can't back him up in the dream.
Interesting, so we can't get Topaz with him in the dreamscape.
His situation isn't optimistic, I hear. You're all helping to investigate some dirt on the family, are you not? Let me know if you need anything outside the dreamscape.
Sure.
The IPC always treats its partners well.
And we know she has great respect for Himiko as well.
Thank you, Miss Topaz. We're on our way to the Hounds to verify some intel. Perhaps you've had dealings with them?
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and talk to them? It'll take the spotlight off me. Being constantly stared at is really
I imagine. So we now have another POV switched, this time to back to Stella. Before we'll talk to Topaz before we do anything else. I just want to talk to Topaz for a second.
Failed to be in business with Aventurine. I bet you're not used to it.
Can I be honest with you, Topaz? Like, even though I know he's underhanded and he can be shaky and stuff like this as well, I'm very fond of him.
That's just his style. All or nothing is his mantra. He's always cozying up to his clients while egging them on to undertake some dangerous assignment with him. But everyone has their merits, so I won't comment further.
Topaz, I genuinely do appreciate him, like in a weird way.
But Aventurine's luck has always been good.
Yeah.
He's always closed all his cases without a hitch, and basically never lost a gamble. Which is why, on the issue of retaking Penacony, I'm watching with keen interest.
I bet you would. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like that adds to what just happened as well. He's always winning all the time. He's that good, huh?
As for the two cases, apologies, but I don't have much info on them either. All I can do is ask you to keep digging for more details.
That's fine. I want to do that before we had our final conversations or whatever. I think last time I don't think I could go to the Astral Express, but I think we can now. Yeah. it's nice to go here as well. Yeah. A lot happened in this episode. I'm not going to claim to understand everything. It's one of those situations where, like, I'm a mixture of, like, worried, devastated, understanding, all this stuff. Like, and we'll talk about it, like, as much as we can here as well. First of all, it's great seeing Topaz. It's fantastic seeing Topaz. I loved it makes sense. And now it all makes sense as well. Like the call that was made. He probably even made that negotiation there. Like, hey, I'll take your stone, and I'll be able to get. I think the whole idea of getting the stone itself was probably too, like. I wonder if it's like, yeah, again, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, they knew it'd be confiscated, so he'd be able to get the stone back, or his stone back. But just in case, it's one of those things where, like, I can pass it off, like, okay, they already took my other stone, so, like, I can keep my stone and get my stone back and work out here in Penacony. But yeah, it makes sense that Topaz is here. It seems like they are, like, all of a sudden almost like not execute Order 66, but they're kind of like turning their attention to the IPC now after what happened there, and they're, like, kind of like apprehending them, or maybe are like putting cuffs on them, like, figuratively. Because that's what she described there, where she was kind of like saying to her earpiece, hey, just, like, cooperate with them, just do whatever, cooperate. And I want to say this as well, because I think there's gonna be a lot of, like, I think there will be some differing opinions on that whole situation that happened with Aventurine and stuff like this as well. First of all, I love the dynamic between Aventurine and Dr. Ratio, and I think it's one of those situations where, like, nowadays, like that's how stories are written, right? Like, you kind of, like, have this, like, really love for this two characters being together, and then something happens where, like, it puts a rift between them. And I never expected that to happen, because I do still believe in my heart of hearts that, like, there is, like, a respect there somewhat between the two of them. It's just that I think they are both characters that, like, obviously have, like, different dealings that they make as well. But I've gotten more of an impression as time has gone on with Aventurine that a lot of his, like, dealings, a lot of the things he does, his work for the IPC, his throwing of his money around, his gambling, it all comes from his childhood. It all comes from the place that he grew up in. The nomadic lifestyle he had, the being told you're lucky your whole life, that pressure that's put on you and all this stuff. But what happened in that scene with from what I'm gathering, again, correct me if there's some stuff I'm getting wrong here, but what I'm gathering is that Dr. Ratio basically was offered something that is invaluable in a lot of ways. And I want to make it clear here, like, for me personally, I would not do it. But again, I guess from his perspective, he's thinking, like, when am I ever going to get this chance again to get the Stellaron research? Something that maybe even, like, people in the Genius Society wouldn't even give to him, you know what I mean? And it obviously saves him from talking to the Genius Society about, like, the Stellaron research, right, as well. And he showcased this trick that Aventurine was doing, which was a very smart trick. I think it emphasizes the gambling nature of Aventurine's life, because let's be honest here, when you grow up in a situation where you have nothing, your land is infertile, you're told constantly that you're less than, you are punished, and you're told to embrace it. Becoming someone who, like, constantly, like, puts like, gambles on their life and gambles on these situations, it doesn't surprise me one bit. No one should ever be in the situation that that brother and sister should have been in. And it's one of my least favorite things when people tell you, oh, well, like, suffering's a part of life. That is always something people say to make themselves feel better. While suffering does happen in life, it's one of those situations where, like, if it can be prevented, it should be prevented. If that makes sense. It's because I know when people say, like, well, everyone goes through suffering. Yes. But I also think at the same time, too, it's like the whole idea of, like, oh, you suffer to get to a better place in life. I don't. I think you become better in spite of your suffering, not because of your suffering, if that makes sense. Because when I say that he became, like, the whole, just to talk about, like, just so, as I understand what happened in that situation, Aventurine was trying to basically get his stone back, and the best way to get his stone back was to just get the money back. But what lost it there for him, obviously what Dr. Ratio knew, but obviously, like, at the same time too, he was very confident in the fact that he could get that money bag back. And in that moment, he called him a gambler. He said, Sunday said you were a gambler in this moment, and then he did gamble that away, putting that in plain sight. And it ended up with this, like, very invasive and coercive thing, which is like putting the light of harmony over somebody as like almost not like a lie detector, but maybe as like a thing to hold an oath to them or to hold something over them. Sunday at the moment scared me. He scared me quite a bit, as he said to basically ask all these questions to Aventurine to basically to tell the truth. And because Aventurine in that moment basically did not tell the truth, and even one time, like I feel like I got to a point where Sunday kind of like knew all the answers already, but wanted to give like Aventurine some sort of a chance to like say all this stuff truthfully. And in the end process, it ended up with Aventurine now having 17 hours to live. And again, I could be, please correct me on if I misinterpreted, because my idea of this was that what he was saying was that you will die anyway. You are going to die, but you decide whether you get to go see your family or you basically burn in hell. And that's horrible. That's such a horrible thing. And again, like I want to say from Sunday's perspective, because even though like what you guys can tell, even though I don't like the IPC and all this stuff, you guys can tell, I think you guys know you can tell that like I have a soft spot for a character like Aventurine. I have a soft spot for him as a person. I have a feeling of like protectiveness over him sometimes in a way, because he does have like, I feel like more of a fragile heart than you could ever know. And we've seen it a few times. His clamorous ways, as Dr. Ratio described it, is a way of hiding that fragileness, I feel like, as well. I will always disagree with the idea of like a coercive attempt at a confession like that. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, but as I said, from Sunday's perspective, again, I'm not saying that I agree with that perspective. I'm saying that from Sunday's perspective, if we look at it this way, he's trying to stop people from destroying Penacony. That's what he's trying to do. And stopping Aventurine is stopping the destruction of Penacony. That's what he sees it as. So I want to make sure I get that clear here, because it's going to sound like, I think it's going to sound, again, I have no problem saying that Aventurine, like, so far has become one of my favorite characters on Penacony. I have no problem saying that. And people could say I have a bias, but I feel like even if I have like characters I love, I will always look at everything from the perspective tag. So I'm never going to take the idea of someone saying I have a bias against a character. It doesn't exist. I have love for characters. I have love for characters more than other characters. But in this situation, like, you know what, like to give an example of maybe a bad analogy, if there was an argument between like Himiko and Welt, and I love Himiko more, but Welt is in the right, you guys know, and I know you guys know this, I'm going to be like supporting like Welt in the conversation and being like, no, Welt's right here. You know, and you guys know that. It's happened 1,000,001 times in Genshin as well, and any other playthrough. It doesn't matter. A lot, like, you know, it's just, for me in that situation, I don't like the idea of that coercive kind of like thing there, and then the idea of the execution afterwards is very dark to me. It's a very dark situation. It was very sad as well. It broke my heart that Dr. Ratio couldn't even look him in the eye at some point as well. And it almost feels like, in a way, Dr. Ratio was like subtly warning him as well. Like, to be kind of like, I don't know if Dr. Ratio being like, what is your plan, was a way to warn him, or maybe let me do the talking was a way of a warning. But I think also, but I mean, when I say a warning, I think it's kind of like one of those things where like all this time he's like, you know, you're gambling your life away, basically. And that's what it was. It was another gamble. It was another gamble. I also want to acknowledge as well, when we're talking about like everyone's perspective, Sunday just came off the idea that his sister has died. Someone has killed his sister, and he witnesses his sister's death. I think whatever action Sunday is going to take now comes from a place of pure anger, vengeance, and heartache. I think all the stuff he's doing right now comes from that perspective of like, I am going to like not take any prisoners. I think that's what he's doing. I think that's what he wants to do. He's like, he has that take no prisoner attitude right now because of it. And it just so happens that like it was Aventurine that got caught in the crossfire here. And it's interesting to me that like we saw the situation with Aventurine and his sister, which was a beautiful scene, but also very sad. And I think they were showcasing that right in that moment, because his sister basically said, do not gamble your life away for this item. And it definitely, it correlates 100% to do not gamble your life away for this item. Because then what do they say about that stone? Without that stone, you were just a Signonian. And then he reverts back to that life he had. Which again, there's nothing to be ashamed about. I will never let anyone like shame the Signonians in that way. But that's probably what Aventurine feels. This resentment towards the past. I think it's the reason he became an IPC member. Is because, okay, I get to travel the world, I get to make all these deals, I get to make all this money, I get to gamble as much as I want in these situations. And that stone makes me somebody. You know what I mean? I'm somebody. I'm not saying that's true. I think you can be somebody without a stone. But Dr. Rachel said that as well. It's like, without that, people just see you as some Signonian. Don't gamble your life away for a stone, right? You mean more to me than that item, that trinket. And it is 100% related to as well. Like the idea that he gambled to get that thing back for his sister, and he gambled to get this thing back for himself. It's 100% correlated, totally. His hatred for Penacony also is showcased like in scenes like that too, where the hatred for a place that is prim and proper and beautiful and so gorgeous and everything's so like clean and nice and you're all gonna have your great dreams. Well, I grew up in a space where like we were taken advantage of, we were punished, we were killed. We had no fertile land. There was nothing idyllic about my life. And I have to watch these people play pretend. I'm not saying it's right. It's not the people of Penacony's like fault, right? Obviously, maybe that happened, but I think it's showing where he came from in that mindset. I have to watch all this stuff happen. Brutal. And it's the same reason, like I said, the reason he throws his money around to Stell, I feel like it's not just like you can see it as like, oh, I'm going to get something back out of this. But because he can now. I have enough money that I can do this. I never have to worry again. I never have to want for anything again. And symbolically, giving Stell that money is, to me as well, like the opposite of maybe what his sister wanted, which is like, you are more important than the items that you give back to me or you give to me. He still is seeing in some ways the idea of a monetary value on a relationship or a friendship or a love. His sister told him that you were worth more than these trinkets, but now his whole life is making deals and relationships based on what can you get out of this? What can I get out of this? And probably because all the people that he loved on his planet died. He had to listen to people say, you're so lucky. You're such a lucky child. And that ends up in a situation of, if I'm lucky, then why is this happening? And it's such an accurate question. Our dad loved the Triclops more than anybody, and he died. Our mother died shivering, and she was praying to the Triclops, and she died. And now you're telling me I'm the only hope? A kid? And it's not the sister's fault whatsoever. But I think it's all related. I think it all goes back to those moments. It all goes back to that idea. A lack of faith in the gods. Wanting to lift the mask off to show the dirty underbelly. To show the dark secrets that are happening underneath. The manipulation. The dealings that he does. All of it comes down to his life as a gambler. Because he's felt that everything he's done has been a gamble. Even as a kid. He's been told since he's a young kid that he's lucky, and isn't any surprise that he's grown up to try and utilize that luck in this way. Because with all that money, all those victories, all those wins, he can look at his life in the rearview mirror and say, that's no longer a part of my life. And again, it's nothing wrong with being a Signonia, I want to make that clear. But for someone who grew up in hardships and pain and suffering, seeing your family die, growing up in an infertile land, being punished over and over again and being told to just embrace it, getting a bunch of victories and feeling that win every time where you have to make dealings, you have to get, make friends with people based on this monetary value, it must feel good in some way. I was able to do all of this stuff. Yeah. And in that moment, as I said, the reason why Sunday's doing this, I think it's come from a place of heartache and pain and lashing out and anger and want to protect Penacony. Aventurine is doing all this stuff because I genuinely think that he looks at Penacony as something bad compared to like where he like from his life and something that annoys him, and he's talked about this like in how much it annoys him, how much he thinks of Sunday as like this character who like feels like they're omnipotent and feel like they're a god themselves. And when it comes to Dr. Ratio's character, as I said, I do think in the same way Dr. Ratio's personality, I want to make this clear here, he tricked everybody on the Astro Express as well. He did this. Not the Astro Express, sorry, the Her to Space Station. He did this. He tricked everybody, right? But that wasn't out of a hatred. In his own mindset, it's not personal at all. But it is, in a way, just like Aventurine, it's like, oh, this isn't personal. Everything comes back to being personal, if that makes sense, in their own emotions and their own mind and stuff like this as well. I don't believe he hates Aventurine. If he did hate Aventurine, he'd be able to look him in the eye when he did what he did. Hi everyone, I just want to make a quick clarification and reiteration on some stuff I said here as well. The first thing I want to say is that I didn't say it, I don't think I said the word outright, but I do think that there was a big like disrespect that comes with the betrayal here when it comes from Dr. Ratio. He couldn't even look Aventurine in the eyes, as we were saying. It was a very hard situation, I feel like, to watch, honestly. And it's a very dark situation at the same time too. And the reason I'm saying is because I feel like even though like I talk about like how everyone comes to a certain decision, or how everyone can like, you know, make a decision, why Sunday might be doing something we talked about earlier about like, you know, their pain, and why Dr. Ratio might do something as well. The only thing I can think of really is that he just doesn't think like other people sometimes. At the same time too, like he, you know, values that Stellaron research as a way to maybe like one up as well like the Genius Society, but also we don't know the full motivations of everything yet. We don't know the full story of anything yet. We have like bits and pieces that are coming together, but obviously things might come up later on as well. But I wanted to make sure I said that. It was a disrespectful moment towards Aventurine. But also at the same time too, something I want to reiterate is that I said earlier that there is like a respect between Ratio and Aventurine, and also I feel like that's like Aventurine's like one of his friends. And the reason I say this is because I don't mean it in a traditional sense of like, oh, they respect each other where like when the camera's off and like we turn off the game, they're like sitting down and having tea with each other. I mean in a way that they both know each other's like strengths and weaknesses, and I feel like they go about things in a very different way and they have different opinions and stuff like this as well, but I feel like they honestly like do respect each other in terms of their abilities, even though they like get annoyed at each other all the time as well at the same time too. I also do stand by as well that I think Aventurine like loves being around Dr. Ratio and loves like poking fun of them, and that's his like almost like to me it's like a love language in a way, right? I'm not saying they're in love, I'm not saying that. You know, you can come to your own conclusions on whatever you want to come to, but I'm saying like in terms of just like their relationship, I love their dynamic. I love them being around each other. I could watch a full movie around each other. So I kind of stand by the fact that I do think that Aventurine, like, even though he doesn't show his full self, he knows that Dr. Ratio knows he's putting up a front sometimes. So he's able to be like a little bit like, you know, loosey-goosey with stuff, you know, make more jokes, not have to talk about like dealings all the time with Dr. Ratio, and even sometimes shows his like fear of some situations. We saw them when he got shrunk down there too. And that's why that situation was harder to watch as well in terms of like that whole moment with all those characters together, because I know that like, you know, as far as we know right now, it's like one of those things where it's like, it really was like one of those things where it's like, okay, this like feels like a, it just was one of those things that like, it felt like for me as someone who was like a lover of that relationship and that kind of like dynamic, it was very like kind of like, very, hard to watch. But I want to just clarify that, like, you know, because I think some people might look back on this and be like, look, he said that they like have a great dynamic and like they, you know, it seems like Aventurine likes Dr. Ratio and stuff like this as well. But I stand by it for now. Obviously, I can't see what's going to happen in the future. Maybe next episode, Ratio and Aventurine make up. Maybe next episode, they powerbomb each other through like, you know, a ladder, and the other one, you know, beats the hell out of the other one, and like they tell each other to never see each other again. I don't know. We don't know. I'm always talking about stuff in the moment. I think that's what's so fun about like doing this, is because people can come back to these videos and go, oh, that's what Calvin thought right now. What did he think next episode? That's different from what he thought before. But yeah, I still love their dynamic, and I loved their time together, and I loved the way Aventurine, to me, in my opinion, feels about, or feel the way he acts around Dr. Ratio is so like endearing to me. It's so endearing, you know? And also the way that Dr. Ratio acts around Aventurine is also so endearing. It feels like he's like, has like someone around him where he's like, constantly trying to always keep him in line, but he loves being a little bit snarky back too. You know, they love going back and forth with that stuff. So like, I love that. I just love that whole dynamic, honestly, with each other. I really did. And I still think that the dynamic was very strong and very beautiful, honestly. And like, just to finish off there as well, talking about him as well, I do think that like, he is a deal maker. He is someone who's making deals. So I'm not going to like be like, oh, he's like this perfect character. I never will say that, and you guys know I won't, but just in case for any passerbys who don't know this channel, we're like, hey, was he doing this? No, it's not that at all. He is someone who's trying to make deals, even the stuff like where he tried to incriminate Acheron just to keep her, you know, like pretty much like made her like a suspect in some people's eyes, in order to like, you know, gain an advantage there and have her like be tabs be kept on her. Like, he will do underhanded things, and he does underhanded things all the time, right? But that obviously doesn't change my feelings on like a lot of our stuff and the emotions behind this character as well, right? That's the thing. I can acknowledge that he is like a character that like is underhanded, that is trying to destroy Petticoaty, that is trying to trick people 100%, but I can also analyze it from a very emotional perspective as well. That's what I can do, and that's the way I look at it, because again, I understand that, you know, the perception that Dr. Ratio would have of him and the perspective Sunday would have of him as well, but that doesn't mean I can't feel like emotionally attached to a character like Aventurine. It doesn't mean I can't. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys so much for supporting this series. There's some stuff in the databank. I can't find it, honestly, like on the Avgens and stuff like this as well. If I can find it later, I might be able to put it in. If not, we'll see. I don't know where it is. I tried to look up like Avgens and the Tricops and all that stuff. It might just not be there. We'll have to learn about it as we go. We know a little bit about the idea of the Tricops as well anyway, I suppose. But thank you so much to my patrons of the highest tier, that being Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of Nizuma, Felicius Felix, Yule, Radish Adusta, Lynx Margie, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hike Kasperian, Jared Beanham, and at the highest tier, my YouTube, Royal Grim 7 and Blasco. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.